LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life. SNHU. See yourself succeed at snhu.edu. And Toyota. Let's go places.
Los Angeles Galaxy heads south to Texas as they get set to pay a visit to the Houston Dynamo. It's an all-Western Conference affair from America's Space City. So great to have you along right here on Galaxy Radio. I'm Christian Miles. And LA attempting to pick up the pieces after a failed comeback defeat to the Vancouver Whitecaps last Sunday, ultimately losing out 4-3. A real sucker punch of a defeat to the worst team in the West put an end to the euphoria achieved just 4 days earlier following that win at Real Salt Lake that saw the Galaxy qualify for the playoffs for the first time in 3 seasons. So back to work for Guillermo Barros Esqueloto and company, whose team played, quote, so-so in the Vancouver defeat. Indeed, the Galaxy continue to impress with one of the most lethal attacks in all of MLS, but it's the defensive mistakes that once again proved to be the undoing for the Galaxy and casting just a little bit of a shadow of doubt as we get set to head in to the MLS postseason. Now, plenty to play for today. The Galaxy are guaranteed of playoff soccer. That is what we know, and at least a 5th-place finish at bare minimum. But on the bright side, they can finish as high with a victory today, which would wrap up home field advantage heading into the first round of the playoffs starting on October 19th or the 20th. And here's how it breaks down. A Galaxy win, it guarantees at bare minimum 3rd place, possibly 2nd, if there is a draw between Seattle and Minnesota United FC up in Seattle. The Galaxy would get it, moving level on points on 54, but due to the MLS rules being tiebreakers, being victories on the campaign, the Galaxy would take it with 16 wins over them, one of those two adversaries. Now, a Galaxy draw, the best case scenario, they can finish 4th. Worst case, though, they could finish 5th, and a lot of that is predicated on a Real Salt Lake victory away to the Vancouver Whitecaps, taking place simultaneously. Remember, all games at simultaneous kickoff, so indeed we'll keep an eye out on that one. A Galaxy defeat still means they could finish 4th. Worst case scenario, they could finish 5th. Get all that? All right, good. So indeed, what it means, there's still some unfinished business left here in the regular season. When we return, it's the same story here. We'll take a closer look at what the Galaxy are hoping to improve upon and why the Galaxy have revenge on their mind. Plus, a little later, it's the Modelo starting lineups. It's LA and the Houston Dynamo, and it's coming up next here on the Galaxy Radio. Stay with us, everybody.
Since 1889, Shasta Soda celebrates 130 years of flavor.
There's no fooling. Shasta's the cat's pajamas.
Extra, extra, Shasta now in cans.
Pass me the Shasta, Daddy-O.
Far out, Shasta's groovy.
Get down and boogie with Shasta.
Like Shasta is totally tubular, dude.
Shasta's all that in a bag of chips.
Hashtag Shasta is lit.
No matter how you say it, for 130 years, it just has to be Shasta.
Dignity Health is the official health care partner of the LA Galaxy at Dignity Health Sports Park. Our doctors and nurses look for the healing effects of human kindness every day at our Southern California hospitals. St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine, and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Learn about emergency services, health care, and healthy babies at dignityhealthcare.org/SoCal.
Galaxy fans, on the pitch or at the San Manuel Casino, you're always a winner. This October, San Manuel Casino is giving away a 2019 GMC Sierra Denali and a Can-Am Spyder F3 Limited every Thursday in October. That's right, both of these vehicles will go to one lucky winner each week. Use your Club Serrano card at your favorite slot machines or table games for your chance to win these fabulous rides. San Manuel Casino, all thrill. Details at sanmanuel.com. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly.
Alcatel, the official smartphone partner of LA Galaxy, presents Onyx, a smartphone with the latest tech features at a great price. Enjoy sharp photos with dual rear cameras, enhanced security features with fingerprint and facial recognition, up to 32 gigabytes of storage, and the battery built to last. This beautifully designed smartphone with suede texture finish and expansive 5.5-inch full-view display will handle all of your entertainment needs. Available at Cricket Wireless and AlcatelOnyx.com.
It's time Time for superior performance, for unmatched reliability, for big savings on the best-selling cars in Southern California. It's time for Toyota's Clearance Countdown. Take advantage of great deals on all 24 Toyota models, like the sporty Camry, the fuel-efficient Prius, and the rugged Tacoma. If you're looking for the best offers, your timing could not be better. But hurry, Toyota's Clearance Countdown won't last forever.
Buying a car is a big deal. Performance, reliability, safety, there are a lot of factors to consider. Fortunately, there's buyatoyota.com. With buyatoyota.com, you can locate a dealer, compare models, set up a test drive, and check out all current offers. It's the only official site for your Southern California Toyota dealers. So when you're looking to buy a new car, buyatoyota.com. We make it easy on you. Toyota, let's go places.
It's the final match of the MLS regular season. We're just about 15 minutes away as the LA Galaxy gets set to kick off at the Houston Dynamo on match day 34. And great to have you along right here on Galaxy Radio. I'm Christian Miles. This is the 30th meeting between these two, and let me tell you, it is an absolute dead heat between these two. Last year, of course, the Galaxy, well, they had their numbers rung by the Houston Dynamo, back-to-back 3-2 defeats, both in Carson and in Houston. 11 wins in total for the Galaxy, 11 wins for the Houston Dynamo with 7 draws. But of note as of late, as I mentioned, the tide has begun to turn just a little bit in Houston's favor as the Galaxy have registered just one victory in their last 5 meetings and looking for their first win in Houston going back to October of 2016 when Alan Gordon, remember him, got the only goal on the 72nd minute as the Galaxy walked out 1-0 victors. That coincided with the Galaxy's last season that they appeared in the Major League Soccer playoffs, so indeed at least one jinx is broken. But the focus tonight, the Galaxy very much on 3 points. Guillermo Escaloto was none too pleased following that loss on Sunday at home to last place Vancouver Whitecaps and said, "We did not play well. We did not play the way I wanted us to play. In the second half, we had a little bit more attitude. We might have relaxed in that game knowing that we had qualified for the playoffs, but, quote, we have to be stronger in defense." And he said of the risky tactics that saw the Galaxy storm forward looking for that precious game winner. We risked it. We pushed forward for the last 20 minutes, and we just flat out gambled because we wanted the victory and a chance to wrap up second place. And we all know what happened there. The Galaxy hit once again on the counterattack, ending their 3-match winning streak after they lost 4-3, the late winner coming from the Vancouver Whitecaps. So indeed, the Galaxy with a lot of room for improvement, and that really kind of took the wind out of their sails because things were going great for the Galaxy. 3 consecutive wins, including that 7-goal outburst, the most goals they had scored going all the way back to 1998. Well, that's all been wiped aside, but with that comes opportunity for Guillermo Escaloto, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and company, and a chance to build some momentum. If they can rattle off 5 straight victories, they will claim their 6th MLS Cup, the most in league history, but a lot of time between now and then. A lot of changes coming into the lineup. We'll get you apprised of that a little bit later in the show, but we can tell you that David Bingham has wiped aside a quad strain, which kept him out of that loss to Vancouver, and he will feature in between the sticks tonight as the Galaxy look to bolster that defense, which has been absolutely pummeled throughout the entire season, conceding 55 times and ranking 17th out of 24 teams in Major League Soccer. It just has to get better, and it starts right now against a Houston Dynamo team that is already eliminated from the playoffs. Now, the pressure, of course, squarely on the shoulders of the Los Angeles Galaxy. They take on a Houston team on 37 points, but one that was eliminated a couple of games ago in their visit to Los Angeles, losing to the Crosstown Club 3-1 back on September 25th, and that representing the 2nd consecutive time that they have failed to qualify. In fact, the 5th time in the last 6 seasons that the Dynamo have fallen from the ranks of qualifying for the playoffs. They've had a management change as well. At the midpoint of August, Davy Arnaud was brought in for the fired Wilmer Cabrera, who made his way up to Montreal, and things really haven't taken a turn for the better for him. Just 2 wins in his 8 games in charge, taking 7 points from a possible 24, and this is a team coming off back-to-back defeats against Real Salt Lake and LAFC on the road. Now, the bright note for them is that they are pretty good on their home ground, taking 31 points from 16 games. And this is a team that's claimed 9 wins and suffered just 3 defeats in those 16 games at BBVA Stadium. So, indeed, the Galaxy will have to tread with caution. All right, we're going to take another quick break. When we return, we'll break it all down. Starting lineups are in. We'll get you updated on all the first-team news. It's the Galaxy away to the Houston Dynamo, and it's only on Galaxy Radio. Stay with us, everybody.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
Alcatel, the official smartphone partner of LA Galaxy, presents Onyx, a smartphone with the latest tech features at a great price. Enjoy sharp photos with dual rear cameras, enhanced security features with fingerprint and facial recognition, up to 32 gigabytes of storage, and the battery built to last. This beautifully designed smartphone with suede texture finish and expansive 5.5-inch full-view display will handle all of your entertainment needs. Available at Cricket Wireless and AlcatelOnyx.com.
Every time you close your laptop, a Corona gets its lime. And every time your to-do list is to do one less thing, a Corona gets its lime. Every time you press pause. Every time you unwind or lose track of time, a Corona gets its lime. And every time your feet are up while the sun goes down, a Corona gets its lime. So drop a lime in and find your beach. Please drink responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal: your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed, and that includes their fierce, diehard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LA Galaxy.
Toyota's 2019 clearance countdown is on, which means now's the time for incredible factory cash back on our most popular models. Get $3,500 back on the Avalon and the 86, $3,000 on Tundra and Avalon Hybrid Electric, $2,000 on Camry and Prius, $1,500 on a Camry Hybrid Electric or Toyota CHR. But hurry, Toyota's clearance countdown ends soon. Excludes TRD Pro. Must take delivery from 2019 new car dealer stock by midnight September 30th.
A car's value is more than its price tag. That's why every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care no-cost maintenance. Toyota Care covers factory scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. Plus 24-hour roadside assistance and lockout protection. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska. See dealer for details and exclusions. And drive with peace of mind. We make it easy on you. Toyota, let's go places.
And welcome back. Just about 7 minutes until kickoff between the LA Galaxy and the Houston Dynamo as our pregame show rolls on here on Galaxy Radio. Time now to take a look at today's starting 11 presented by Casa Modelo, home of Especial and Negra. Quality beers since 1925. And Guillermo Berros Esqueloto shaking things up, especially on the defensive end here for the LA Galaxy. David Bingham comes in, brushes aside that quad strain that kept him out of Sunday's loss to the Vancouver Whitecaps as he replaces Matt Lamson in goal. Just in front of him, it'll be the Costa Rican Pipo Gonzalez getting his first start since September 11th in replacement of Daniel Steres, who moves to the bench, and Joe Corona, the third of those 3 changes. He comes into a midfield role, provides a little bit more steel, playing alongside Jonah Dos Santos and allowing more creative license for Sebastian Lletget in that triangle of 3. He comes in replacement of Efrain Alvarez, who drops out of the 18 this afternoon. Wide on the right will be Uriel Antuna, who's been absolutely sizzling as of late. In fact, 5 goals in his last 6 appearances for both the Galaxy and his country, Mexico. On the other side, what can you say about Christian Pavón? He's been absolutely magnificent since his August acquisition. He's had an assist in each of the last 6 games, or last 7 games, and with one more tonight, he can take the MLS record and move equal with Martin Machon, the former LA Galaxy defender who set that record earlier in his career back in 2000 with the Miami Fusion. Up front, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, still a chance to catch Carlos Vela in the race for that golden boot. Of course, Ibra on 29 goals, good enough for third best ever in league history, as only Carlos Vela as well as Josef Martinez have outpaced him. And we'll keep your eye on that golden boot race as it could come down to the nitty-gritty. Bear in mind, Carlos Vela has played 2 more games than the Super Swede, so that adds a little bit of a wrinkle to that. We'll take a look at the setup now for Davy Arnaud and this Houston Dynamo team, and they're going to make 3 changes. We'll see Maynor Figueroa come back into a central role in defense in a 4-man back line. It's really a 4-4-2. Matias Vera will replace Darwin Seren in a central role in a more steel-sided midfield project for them, and Christian Ramirez comes into the attack. He'll provide a little support for Mauro Manotas, who scored in October of last year when the Galaxy were eliminated from the playoffs, and Albert Elise will drop off to the right-hand side. So we got you all set. It's going to be a good one tonight as the Galaxy look to wrap up second place. Time for a quick break. When we return, it's the first half kickoff from Houston. It's the Dynamo and the Galaxy today on Galaxy Radio.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life. SNHU. See yourself succeed at snhu.edu. And Toyota. Let's go places.
What you doing, Dad?
Just adding to my Shasta Can Pyramid, son. A monument to the awesomest moments of my life. Here's the Tiki Punch from Summer Vacation 92. Oh, and the can of black cherry from the day you were born.
Can I help?
Sure, kiddo.
Oh, boy.
And these are the Shastas as the day we started rebuilding my Shasta Pyramid. Shasta, family trusted since 1889.
And there when you celebrate life's moments.
It has to be Shasta.
Want more for less? Spectrum Mobile delivers. Grab your wireless bill to compare and see how you can save up to 40% a month with our unlimited data plan for $45 a line, or our buy the gig plan for $14 a gig, all with free nationwide talk and text. Call 855-535-7732. Get Spectrum Mobile today. Call 855-535-7732. Savings based on comparison of single-line unlimited plans amongst major national carriers as of 10/21/18. Visit spectrum.com for offer restrictions and details.
Galaxy fans, on the pitch or at the San Manuel Casino, you're always a winner. This October, San Manuel Casino is giving away a 2019 GMC Sierra Denali and a Can-Am Spyder F3 Limited every Thursday in October. That's right, both of these vehicles will go to one lucky winner each week. Use your Club Serrano card at your favorite slot machines or table games for your chance to win these fabulous rides. San Manuel Casino, all thrill. Details at sanmanuel.com. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly.
Alcatel, the official smartphone partner of LA Galaxy, presents Onyx, a smartphone with the latest tech features at a great price. Enjoy sharp photos with dual rear cameras, enhanced security features with fingerprint and facial recognition, up to 32 gigabytes of storage, and the battery built to last. This beautifully designed smartphone with suede texture finish and expansive 5.5-inch full-view display will handle all of your entertainment needs. Available at Cricket Wireless and Alcatel Onyx.
For superior, for unmatched savings on the best-selling cars. Great deals on all 24 Toyota models, like the sporty Camry, the fuel-efficient Prius, and the rugged Tacoma. If you're looking for the best offers, your timing could not be better. But hurry, Toyota's clearance countdown won't last forever.
Buying a car is a big deal. Performance, reliability, safety, there are a lot of factors to consider. Fortunately, there's buyatoyota.com. With buyatoyota.com, you can locate a dealer, compare models, set up a test drive, and check out all current offers. It's the only official site for your Southern California Toyota dealers. So when you're looking to buy a new car, buyatoyota.com. We make it easy on you. Toyota, let's go places.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
Final game of the MLS regular season in the fourth place LA Galaxy with home field playoff advantage on their mind as they get set to take on the 11th place and already eliminated Houston Dynamo at BBVA Stadium in Houston, Texas. Happy to have you along. Christian Miles bringing you all the action here on Galaxy Radio as the Galaxy ringing in the changes. In fact, 3 from the team that was embarrassed at home the last time out, letting in 4 goals against the last place team in the Western Conference, the Vancouver Whitecaps. Just to recap the first team news, it's the same tactical setup, the same shape of team with a 4-2-3-1 setup, but David Bingham comes in to take the gloves. He's made more saves than any other goalkeeper in MLS. On the right-hand side of defense, it will be the birthday boy, Rolf Felcher, who celebrates his 29th birthday today at right back, but Giancarlo Pipo Gonzalez will partner Diego Polenta, the Uruguayan, at the heart of that defense, with Dave Romney getting his 5th consecutive start, preferred to Jurgen Skelvek on the left-hand side. Joe Corona recalled into the team for more defensive steel as Efrain Alvarez drops out of the 18 entirely. Jonathan Dos Santos, who was absolutely outstanding throughout much of the game on Sunday, had an assist against Vancouver, and he will be wearing the number 8 role, but the creative role will be Sebastian Lletget in that 3-man midfield, tucking under just behind Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Sebastian Lletget at the center. Christian Pavone has been magnificent in his wide role on the left-hand side, pushing Uriel Antuna out to the right, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic with 29 goals this season. Absolutely astounding total, and 6 of those coming from the penalty spot. Ibra's form is picked up as this season has wound to a close, scoring 6 times in his last 4 games, while Pavone has been his co-conspirator, as those two have combined on 4 occasions in which Pavone has assisted Ibra, another occasion when Ibra has returned the favor. So the understanding is there, and with Uriel Antuna also hitting his stride, scoring, of course, against the Whitecaps, and then had a goal back on the 22nd of September against Montreal. That has brought his total up to 5 goals in his last 6 appearances for club and country. 3 changes as well for Houston, going with the 4-4-2. Mark Ramirez comes into the attack. Figueroa in central defense. Just in front of him, Matias Vera, the Argentine, providing this steal. And it's going to be the Galaxy. They are attacking the goal to the right. And it will be the Houston Dynamo going from right to left if you have a video screen in which to view this one. And the Galaxy have had the number, not just last year eliminating the Galaxy in that heartbreaking defeat for LA, in which Houston managed to get 3 second-half goals to send the Galaxy packing out of the playoffs for a 2nd consecutive season. They also did it back in 2017 in a 3-3 draw here in Houston, which saw the Galaxy eliminated as well. So revenge on their minds, and we'll see if they can rectify matters here and seal up at least one home match in the revamped MLS Cup playoffs. So the free kick awarded to the Galaxy early on, left-hand side. It will be Diego Polenta trying to spearhead this beleaguered defense, which leaked in 4 goals. They haven't really been watertight as of late as Pipo Gonzalez gets his first touch, and back to David Bingham. Those are 2 of the 3 changes. And Pipo Gonzalez, you may remember his horrific outing against the Seattle Sounders in that failed comeback loss 4-3 last month in Seattle. Well, he hasn't started going all the way back since a disappointing defeat against the Colorado Rapids. So the first time that he's found his way into the starting 11 in just about a month's time after he was unused on Sunday. Here's Antuna making some strides into the Houston half, works it wide to the right-hand side as Lletget is just bullied out of play by Mino Figueroa, but the Galaxy keep it on the throw-in. A strong start, especially imperative today for the Galaxy as well as the Dynamo. The Galaxy, we know how good they can be when they score that first goal. In fact, on the road, 5 wins and 1 draws on the 6 occasions when they have struck first, and all early signs are a positive indicator as that one is played off of Figueroa, and it will be the first corner of the evening for LA. And I say evening, of course, early evening, late afternoon, Houston time, around 3:30, 2 hours ahead of us in the Pacific time zone. Near side, corner kick from the Mexican Jonathan Dos Santos on the outswinger and misses everybody before Houston clear it to safety. Galaxy still in possession here and looking for that strong start. Possession, the order of the day. It's a team, as I mentioned, their defensive record, seeing them concede 55 times. That's most of any playoff team in all of Major League Soccer heading into the final day of the regular season. So they've got to tighten things up. They've been working on defense this week in training, and that has been the primary area of focus for head coach Guillermo Barros Esqueloto. Houston get it back in possession now as they work it forward for the number 13, Christian Ramirez, who came over in a mid-season trade from LAFC a couple of months ago, and supported by DeMarcus Beasley, making his final appearance, and it nearly worked out to his benefit as it skips out in front. Beasley, of course, calling it quits to his legendary 20-year playing career today. A benefactor of, or curse, a veteran of 4 World Cups. And it's poked forward now. It's on for Zlatan Ibrahimovic. It has a quick, razor-sharp turn, but ultimately fires wide of goal. The Galaxy captain had time and a little space on the edge of the box, but couldn't capitalize. Everybody making a lot about that Golden Boot goal-scoring race in which Zlatan trails Carlos Vela by 2 goals, having played, albeit 2 less games. Zlatan saying he's firmly focused on getting the 3 points today rather than any individual accomplishments. So an open start to this one. Back at the other end, it comes for the Houston Dynamo as it's come forward on this left-hand side, and some rugged defending as Rolf Felcher able to win it back, but possession all too short-lived. They'll get some support now from Boniek Garcia, the Honduran. Here's Vera, the Argentine, in his central midfield role, and Boniek Garcia with his eyes set for goal. It's a good block in from Los Angeles, and it may drop here. Christian Ramirez looking to that far post before it's cleared away by David Romney. He relieves the pressure temporarily. On the turn, it's Mauro Manotas, who ultimately misfires. Manotas scoring twice in that October defeat of LA last season on that final day. He had the equalizer and match winner, and he indeed has been a thorn in the Galaxy's side throughout the years. And I want to keep a close eye on him. The Galaxy on the burst now. This is Jonathan Dos Santos. And it's Ibrahimovic playing on the last shoulder of the defenders. It comes out wide for David Romney. Space for Dos Santos. Pavone, tons of room here. Touch too heavy. As Houston able to get it back but can't control it. And it'll pop out wide to the right-hand side for a Los Angeles Galaxy throw. Fast and furious start to this one. Here's Uriel Antuna supported by Christian Pavone. And he'll work it over and reset things far on the left-hand side for Diego Polenta, who's an excellent distributor. Polenta providing the match winner the last time these two met back in April in a 2-1 triumph for the Galaxy, as the Uruguayan headed in that ball from Jonathan Dos Santos 2 minutes from time, which was part of a great run for the Galaxy in the month of April. Pipo Gonzalez now, his partner today. And that's really the partnership that Guillermo Barros Esqueloto has envisioned for the future. But Daniel Steres' form has really led to the benching of Pipo Gonzalez, who's put in some substandard efforts in his own right. He'll try to rectify matters and become the starting center back of choice for the Argentine manager. It's one back by Houston as they'll push it for DeMarcus Beasley. And back to the goalkeeper, Tyler Derrick, who comes in relief for the second consecutive game for Joe Willis. Davey Arnaud, the interim manager, really holding auditions for spots in the 2020 upcoming campaign, as Houston is already eliminated from the playoffs. 37 points, already 8 points adrift of that final playoff spot, which, by the way, is occupied currently by FC Dallas. Now, we'll keep you apprised of all the results as the information comes in. It is a wild decision day here in 2019. The Galaxy, best case scenario, they finish second. Worst case scenario, they finish fifth. If they did finish fifth, remember, they would not have a home playoff game in the first round at least. The top 4 finishers will play host to their adversaries in the first round of these MLS Cup playoffs in the new format. Some good space on this left-hand side. Tomas Martinez on the cross as it's tracked down by the number 17, Albert Ellis, the Honduras international. Lovely skills. He nutmegs David Romney, but it's good coverage at the back by Diego Polenta. And Romney, of course, has struggled with pacier opponents, and he's going to see a lot of that today. Romel Kyoto wreaked havoc on this Galaxy side in years past, specifically last year, providing width and space. And that's something that the Galaxy have struggled with as well on the counterattack. Conditions, a balmy 91 degrees with the humidity just hovering around the 40% mark. The heat index making it feel like it's 97 degrees Fahrenheit in the high late afternoon in Houston, Texas. And the Galaxy getting back behind Uriel Antuna. Squares it. Here's Corona with his first touch and works it across now. Opens up for Leggett. And Romney joins in just on the edge of the box. Trying to pick out that top corner and does. How about it? It's Zlatan Ibrahimovic with a lovely layoff. You can't do that to Ibra. Goal number 30. And within one of the top goal scorer, Zlatan just keeps breaking records. 9 minutes in, it's the Galaxy 1, the Houston Dynamo 0. Says too much space. He catches Tyler Derrick off his line. And just the easiest to finish as Zlatan Ibrahimovic picks out that top corner, strokes it home. Nobody does it better than Zlatan Ibrahimovic as he grabs goal number 30 on the campaign. And indeed, the good times keep coming for the Galaxy, 24 of those coming from open play. So the Galaxy with just the beginning that they want, and the assist will be credited to Sebastian Leggett, who grabs his 6th helper of the season. A man who can do no wrong. To give you an idea of his brilliance, folks, that's 14 goals in his last 9 games. And since he's entered Major League Soccer, it's a guy who's scored 52 times in 56 appearances. Nearly a goal per game. He is absolutely magnificent. I want to tell you, you should enjoy him while you can because he is indeed something special. And the Galaxy looking to build upon that is Antuna trying to release the overlapping run from the right back, Rolf Felcher, and it's cleaned up nicely at the back by Houston's Ninar Figueroa. One of those 3 changes for Davy Arnaud. Throw in now, and it works its way. And Dos Santos trying to pick out Ibrahimovic, an overpowered Lundqvist, and it'll come off the big Swede's forehead and out of play for a Houston goal kick. Hey, Galaxy fans, you can make history with us by becoming a 2020 LA Galaxy season ticket member. Benefits include the best seats at the best rates, exclusive access to LA Galaxy players, and invitations to members-only events. And that's not all. Purchase by tomorrow, October 7th, and receive an exclusive 25th anniversary LA Galaxy Mitchell and Ness t-shirt. All you have to do is visit lagalaxy.com. 10 minutes gone. Guillermo Barros Escaloto looking on. He knew how important this game was for his team. His mission says, hey, we have to try and win and defend. We were able to hold off Real Salt Lake. We should have been better on our defensive counterattacking against Vancouver. We are working on our defending and trying to make it come to fruition as the playoffs are nearly upon us. And the Galaxy bossing possession here. Leggett from Jonah Dos Santos works it forward for Uriel Antuna before Houston just get a foot in. And a last come off the Galaxy and a goal kick once again to the Dynamo. DeMarcus Beasley in his final appearance, 20 years as a pro, goes all the way back to the 1999 Under-17 FIFA World Cup held in New Zealand when he played along the likes of Landon Donovan. And we know what those two went on to do at the national team level. 126 appearances for the USA and a long 11-year career across 6 countries in his time abroad. Played in Germany, played in Scotland, the Netherlands, and of course Manchester City in England, as well as Puebla in Mexico, before returning to MLS back in 2014. It's an end to an auspicious career and a class act in DeMarcus Beasley. He'll be wearing the captain's armband tonight for the Dynamo for one last time. Here's Boniek Garcia in that central role in midfield, wide to the right-hand side now for Lundqvist, who likes to join in on the attack on those wide roles. Figueroa now distributes wisely for DeMarcus Beasley. Closed down by Rolf Felcher. A little tricky touch that time from Beasley, and it comes forward for Tomas Martinez, who slips around Dos Santos. Trouble right now. Mauro Manotas closed down at the last possible moment, and some great last-ditch defending that time from Pipo Gonzalez, trying to atone and reestablish himself in the good books of Guillermo Barros Esqueloto. First corner of the afternoon for the Houston Dynamo. And once again, it's Manotas who really drifts in between those lines, has a knack for putting himself in very good position to score goals. So near side corner kick, 14th minute for the Dynamo on a blistering hot day in Houston, Texas, to the near post. And not the best of delivery, but it's cleverly flicked on before Antuna dispatches, and Vera gives it a ride out of play. The Galaxy's set-piece defending has left a little bit to be desired, but no harm done that time. Hey, soccer fans, the Galaxy is proud to announce the installation of 4 safe-standing supporter sections at Dignity Health Sports Park North End ahead of the 2020 MLS campaign. Now, this new supporters section will provide supporters groups Angel City Brigade, Galaxian, and others the space to create the best atmosphere in MLS. To secure your spot or learn more, visit lagalaxy.com/safe-standing. Houston get it back behind Boniek Garcia, interestingly named after the Polish great Zbigniew Boniek, who, by the way, is the head of the Polish Football Association. And the 4th most capped Honduran player of all time is Boniek Garcia, now at 35 years of age, in his 8th season with the Dynamo. And that effort, speculative at best. It takes a deflection on the way in, trying to pick out Christian Ramirez. Not the best of touches there from DeMarcus Beasley. Beasley making his 222nd MLS appearance. Signed with Major League Soccer way back in the year 2000 as a 16-year-old. Then, at the time, the youngest player to ever sign with MLS. And went on to some good years with the Chicago Fire before beginning his European adventure. That began with PSV Eindhoven, taking him to Hannover 96, Rangers, as well as Manchester City. Wide to the left-hand side now, and space opens up for Dave Romney. He'll have the support in the center from Joe Corona, and Sebastian Lletget just fouled from behind. It'll be a free kick here for the LA Galaxy. Off to a dream start here. So important for them to get that first goal. When they score first, they've won 13 of the 15 games, only 1 defeat. Just trying to manage that to victory. Good movement down this left-hand side as it's opened up. Good cross in, trying to pick out the likes of Uriel Antuna. Dave Romney able to track it down and locate Diego Polenta. And the Galaxy supporter is in very good voice in America's Space City. Hot conditions down in the southern part of Texas. Sebastian Lletget now. Good switch of play now. Joe Corona with a lovely first touch. A little too heavy. Boniek Garcia can't win it back. Lletget does. Sprays it out wide to the left-hand side. Dave Romney arrives. Lletget now is Corona very slow to get up. Galaxy taking their time. Very methodical as Dos Santos hovers in between the lines, and he's clipped up. Referee Alan Chapman says play on. And a chance now for Houston to counterattack. Good hold-up play by Manotas. Colombia now in his 5th year with the Houston Dynamo. Be interesting to see how he forms that understanding with the new man, Christian Ramirez, as well as the old reliable, Albert Elise. Those two auditioning for their spots in next year in 2020 for the Houston Dynamo, who, as I said earlier, eliminated for the 5th time in the last 6 years a couple of weeks ago in that 3-1 loss at LAFC. Rolf Felcher now on his birthday, turning 29 today. It's Corona closed down by Boniek Garcia, and space opens up in the center of the park. And here come the Los Angeles Galaxy behind Uriel Antuna. Good overlap. Felcher crosses, trying to pick out Ibra. Volleys home off the crossbar by Zlatan Ibrahimovic. It's still alive, and it's Christian Pavone trying to wheel around the defense, and he's brought to ground just outside the arc. And it will be a free kick in dangerous territory for the Houston Dynamo, as the Galaxy have earned themselves a dangerous set piece here. But it was lovely setup play as Felcher picked out. Ibrahimovic once again overpowers his defender and can find nothing but the crossbar. So close to his 31st of the season. 3 good chances early on in the first 20 minutes for Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and now there's a concern about Joe Corona, who's on his backside right now, very slow to get up. Now, you may remember he was kept out of that loss last week against the Vancouver Whitecaps as a precautionary measure because Guillermo Barros Escaloto thought he may have been a bit fatigued, a little bit tired, opting for the presence of Efrain Alvarez. Now Corona coming in at the expense of Efrain Alvarez, and now very slow to get up, so all eyes on him. He's so important because it's a team in midfield that was overrun at times by the Vancouver Whitecaps. Without that lack of a true holding midfielder in there, a lot of that role was left for Jonah Dos Santos to cover immense amounts of ground on his own. So this will change the complexion here of the way things line up. It won't mean a change of formation, but it could mean a different role here for Sebastian Lletget. It depends, of course, on the man that he could bring in. And there is good news on the injury front because Fabio Alvarez is back in the 18 tonight, not included in the starting 11, as Alvarez has missed out on the last 4 games with a slight calf strain. So we'll see if Guillermo Barros Escaloto will be forced to make a change. Is Joe Corona now limping off on the 20th minute? Not a good sign. And the Galaxy temporarily going down to 10 men. And they've got a real advantage right now. And a wonderful opportunity to open up a second. The free kick from Ibra straight into the wall. And ricochets out. That one ends a little bit in disappointing fashion. So the Galaxy with the throw-in now, and we'll keep an eye upon those substitutes. Fabio Alvarez along with Steris, Julian Araujo, Servando Carrasco, Emil Cuello, and Chris Pontius on the bench. And that's going to do it for Joe Corona. He's taking a seat on the bench, so we will see a move imminent. The Galaxy will have to retool. It'll be interesting, the selection that Escaloto will make. Meanwhile, goes back to Pipo Gonzalez. 21st minute, the Galaxy out in front thanks to a 9th-minute strike from Zlatan Ibrahimovic. The Galaxy have opened up this defense on several occasions here and looked menacing, very much up to the challenge. So it looks as though that change is going to be Fabio Alvarez getting set to come on. And Houston able to win it back. This is Boniek Garcia in the center of the park. Locates to Marcus Beasley, who heads into the Galaxy half. And Felcher able to reclaim possession. It's been a little bit sloppy in terms of possession for the Houston Dynamo. Coming with a record of 11 wins, 18 defeats, and 4 draws. Kind of in a tailspin right now. As I mentioned, back-to-back defeats. And you look at the form book, it's not any more flattering. It's a team that's had a second-half collapse, losing 12 times since the 4th of July in 16 games. And taken just 9 points from 48 on offer. And that has really led to their downfall. And that really kind of in stark contrast to what was a real promising start to the season, which saw them go 6-2-3 in their first 11 games. 6 wins, 2 defeats, and 3 draws. Taking 21 points from a possible 33. Boniek Garcia playing it forward for Mauro Manotas. Here's Elise trying to play it through, and it may break for Christian Ramirez. A good block in that time from the Galaxy defense. And it finds its way forward for Christian Pavone. And the Galaxy with their own opportunity to break. Long ball trying to pick out Ibrahimovic, and well covered by Lundqvist, his countryman and fellow Swede, operating on the right-hand side of that Houston defense. Good game this. Great day, decision day in Major League Soccer. The Galaxy trailing both Minnesota and Seattle by 2 points in the standings, knowing that a victory could wrap up second place. But it's good approach play from Tomas Martinez has earned yet another corner here for the Houston Dynamo, the second in confirmation of the substitution. On the 23rd minute, Fabio Alvarez comes on. Making his 17th appearance of the campaign. Trying to get back into the good books as well. And then we'll tweak things just a bit. We'll see how it rounds out. Meanwhile, the corner delivered off the head, the second defender on that near post. So Alvarez making his first appearance in 5 games. Had that slight calf strain that he suffered a while back, but took a month to heal and is close to full fitness. Not exactly 100%, but has been back training this week. We'll see how that midfield role sorts itself out. Now, it was really clear-cut and distinct with Corona playing a little bit more withdrawn than the likes of a Fabio Alvarez, who's able to link and use his distribution skills to very good effect. We'll see how it will maintain a role primarily, perhaps, in a change for Sebastian Lletget. Meanwhile, another player down for the Galaxy as Uriel Antuna hits the deck. More importantly, for the long term, we'll see how Joe Corona's health is affected heading into the first round of the playoffs. The good news for him is there is a week break next weekend due to the International FIFA Day. MLS playoffs don't start until October 19th. And the Galaxy trying to figure out, will they play on the 19th, the Saturday, or Sunday the 20th? A lot of that affected by Major League Baseball as well as the National Football League schedule as well for various teams. Most notably the Galaxy with the LA Chargers, as well as New York, NYCFC, affected by the New York Yankees as well. And here comes the Galaxy. Working out wide to the left-hand side, trying to work the cross in is Dave Romney, and he's done really well to earn the second corner of the afternoon for the visitors. That one last off of Kiki Struna, the Slovenian center half. This is where the Galaxy could take advantage. They've scored 7 times this season from corner kicks. And Jonah Dos Santos will trot over to take it on that far side, so we'll set up on the in-swinger here for the Mexico man. Jonah Dos Santos, arguably just as important as Zlatan Ibrahimovic, but in a much different manner. In a much different way, he provides that steal and distribution. And you'll try and find it here as Dos Santos sends in a great corner. It was a great header as well, as Dave Romney just flung himself at it, but got a little too far underneath and sent it high of the mark. Dave Romney really having a late season resurgence. Now making his 5th consecutive start as Guillermo Berros Escaloto has made a change at left back, and Romney appears to be their first choice, taking that spot from Jorgen Skjelvik. It's an aggressive mindset and tactical setup from the LA Galaxy, as you would expect. Some calling it unbalanced, and you could say that definitely rings true. The Galaxy, the worst defensive record of any team in the MLS playoffs coming into the final day, but a team that can really bang in the goals as well, scoring 57 times coming into today. Only 4 other clubs had scored more goals than Los Angeles. So that last off of the Galaxy, Houston in possession. They'll work it wide down the right-hand side for Lundqvist. 4-2-3-1 setup, really 5 in the midfield now as it breaks for Boniek Garcia. The switch to the near side. Beasley makes the run from fullback, goes for goal, an easy save that time from David Bingham, the former San Jose man. Made 4 saves in his last appearance in that 2-1 win on September 25th at Real Salt Lake. Those 4 saves accounting for 4 of the 138 times he has been called in to make a save, more than any other goalkeeper in MLS, and pretty routine. And all the eyes are on the feet of Joe Corona, as his right foot heavily bandaged and strapped with an ice pack. Could be an ankle, who knows? Don't want to speculate as to the exact nature of the injury, but that's not good news for the Galaxy. 28th minute, still a 0-0, thanks to the 9th minute strike from Zlatan Ibrahimovic. The 30th meeting between these two old rivals. Lundqvist has some space down this right-hand side in the Galaxy half for the Dynamo. He'll be supported by Matias Vera, another one of those three changes for Davy Arnaud. Figueroa, the central defender, who set up camp in the Galaxy half and some space in between the lines. And I can tell you, from watching this Galaxy team every single game this season, that has been a problem. Their spacing between the lines has allowed opposing attackers to drift in behind and find those gaps and punish the Galaxy, catching the defense on the retreat all too often. Near side for Albert Elise, who's flipped over and swapped those roles with Christian Ramirez, and flag goes up against the Honduras international. Talk about being a thorn in the Galaxy side as well. He scored in that last meeting from the penalty spot back on April 20th in that 2-1 win for the Galaxy. And, of course, actually set up the assist for Mauro Manotas in the winner last October in Carson, when the Galaxy were eliminated by the Dynamo from postseason contention. So LA back in possession here in the driver's seat, but a long ways to go. In the fourth position, a win could see them move up to 54 points, and they're hoping for a draw between Minnesota and Seattle. That would mean if the Galaxy are victorious, all three teams would end on 54 points, but due to the fact that the first MLS tiebreaker is victories, the Galaxy currently holding more than any other club, with the exception being LAFC, 16 wins, which would compare to the 15 for both Minnesota and Seattle. So that's the situation. Galaxy are a team that don't settle for draws. Only 3 this season. It's the fewest in Major League Soccer. As we hit the half-hour mark, Diego Polenta now for Jonah Dos Santos. Dave Romney's flared out into the Houston half, wide on that left-hand side as Fabio Alvarez tucks in behind. Sebastian Lletget dropping a little bit deeper. Fabio Alvarez. Rolf Felcher is tucked in. Has the width with Uriel Antuna. Flag is down. Good looking cross, but no one making a near post run for the Galaxy, as Zlatan Ibrahimovic had set up camp on that far post. Here's Jonathan Dos Santos, combining with his countryman Antuna, and has been on form. Drops that right shoulder, takes a deflection out, and yet another corner. The third of the afternoon for LA. Been very good on the front foot, but that's been their modus operandi all season. Remember, they put 7 past Sporting Kansas City. That on the 15th, then put 2 past Montreal and Real Salt Lake before putting 3 past Vancouver. $16 goals in the space of 5 games. So Jonah Dos Santos not too quick to take this. One wonders how the heat will affect the Galaxy. Really tough conditions here on the final day of regular season play. 32nd minute corner kick on the outswinger near side. It takes a deflection off of Dave Romney, pushed out by Derek, who was fouled by Ibrahimovic. So will be a free kick here for Los Angeles. And while we've got a moment, soccer fans, the Galaxy have clinched a spot in the 2019 MLS Cup playoffs. Coming up, starting on the weekend of October 19th. You can stay up to date about when and where the first match will be played and how to get involved. All you have to do is head to the website, lagalaxy.com today. No doubt about it is Ibrahimovic just clattering into the Houston goalkeeper, Tyler Derrick, the 31-year-old. It's been in and out, been a part of the Houston setup for 11 seasons now, and in fact was the #1 goalkeeper from 2014 to 2017 before losing his spot last year to Joe Willis. Confirmations of other scores: Seattle 1-0 over Minnesota, Portland 1-0 over San Jose, Real Salt Lake winning in Vancouver by the same scoreline, 1-0, and FC Dallas still alive as well. Good news for them, half an hour into their clash, up 2-0 over visiting Sporting Kansas City. Remember, all games kicking off simultaneously regardless of time zone. And that's not working out right now because if the present scenarios hold true and Seattle claim maximum points, that means the Galaxy, the best that they could do would be finishing third and not second. So 33rd minute, water break right now and hydration as the conditions deemed to really tax a big toll on both teams. That's purely up to the referee's discretion, and by FIFA bylines, it's about 88 or 87 degrees Fahrenheit in which the referee can implement a water break, which was recently brought into this FIFA guidelines and laws a few years ago. So Zlatan Ibrahimovic with his 30th goal of the campaign. And a massive strike that's put the Galaxy in the driver's seat and for the time being in sole possession of third place in MLS's Western Conference, which means they would host in the first round if they finish in the top four. 4 plays 5 in the first round of the playoffs, 2 plays 7, and of course 3 plays 6. The top place finisher, which will be LAFC, receives a bye to the Western Conference semifinals or the second round of the playoffs. Hopeful ball over the top, trying to pick out the run of Ramirez on that right-hand side to no avail. And he'll come out here for a goal kick for David Bingham. Galaxy fans, secure your 2020 partial payment plan with a seat deposit by November 1st to guarantee a ticket to the biggest home matches in 2020. Now, the partial plan deposits by November 1 include the 2020 home opener, 5 additional games of your choice, as well as discounted pricing on the 2019 MLS playoffs. Head to the website, lagalaxy.com/tickets to learn more today. Galaxy on the defensive right now. Lundqvist arrives on the right-hand side, closed down by David Romney. Pulled back, good setup play here, and it may sit up. It's Manotas who lashes it home. Powerful drive. And Mauro Manotas with a wistful look to the referee's assistant as it has been wiped off by the linesman, and his flag is up. It could be offside against the Colombian strikers. We take another look at it here. Poorly defended by the Galaxy, and a drop of the shoulder from Lundqvist, squared across the face of the box, and the first touch from Manotas, able to drive it home. Was he in the offside position when the ball was initially played? Well, he was ahead of the ball, it appeared, but it'll be interesting to see the referee's final verdict. So the goal disallowed offside is referee Ricardo Salazar, assisted by Jonathan Johnson in the booth today, reviewing that one, and declared right decision made as Manotas was in the offside position when it was played. So no goal, and it disallowed, and a big break for the Galaxy on the 35th minute. So still 1-0. Galaxy in control thanks to that 9th minute strike from Zlatan Ibrahimovic, set up nicely by Sebastian Lletget, but born more out of poor defending than any good setup play. It was well taken, a great finish from Zlatan, but with that kind of time and space, more times than not, he will hit the target. Here is Ibrahimovic taking that through ball from Sebastian Lletget, but it's cut out. Cleared away by Derek. 10 minutes until halftime. So far, so good for Los Angeles, looking for, of course, their 4th win in 5 games. Before that loss last Sunday, consecutive wins over Sporting Montreal and at Real Salt Lake. That win at RSL on the 25th, wrapping up their spot in the playoffs. Here's Real Antuna dropping that shoulder to the right-hand side, twisting and turning. Good defending from DeMarcus Beasley. That's a good old-fashioned USA-Mexico matchup. The old man getting the better of the youthful Uriel Antuna. He's 15 years his junior. Nevertheless, another corner now for the Galaxy, and make it 4 on the afternoon for the visitors. Tyler Derrick awaiting the delivery. Near side, Jonathan Dos Santos on the outswinger. Good-looking delivery. And in the end, it pops up off the defender and into the gloves of the Houston keeper, Tyler Derrick. The Seattle goal supplied by Roman Torres, who's come back from his lengthy ban on the 29th minute. 1-0 for Seattle at home over Minnesota. 8 minutes from halftime. And Real Salt Lake 1-0. The goal coming on the 28th minute. Damir Kreilach supplying the only strike of the afternoon there. In Portland, 1-0 over San Jose. Laris Mabiala just before the half-hour mark for the Timbers, who have really struggled on their home ground. Their newly renovated home ground. Here's Minolta setting it up. Christian Ramirez and a diving save by David Bingham. Ramirez had all the time in the world to place it, and it was well read by the LA goalkeeper Bingham, who is back to his best. Defense much too deep and just on the edge of the box. Ramirez giving all kinds of space to operate. And the kid from Santa Ana nearly finding the back of the net. So the ensuing corner, third of the afternoon now for Lundqvist and the Houston Dynamo. On that far side, the in-swinger goes over the head of the defense. Not well defended before it's sent to safety by Diego Polenta. Another worrisome moment. The Galaxy have looked anything but assured on corner kicks. Mentioned the vulnerabilities on counterattacks, but on corner kicks, they've allowed 3 goals this year, and that 3 of their 55 conceded. Started great. In fact, things are nearly watertight defensively. Only 8 goals allowed in the first 9 games for the Galaxy this season. That tied them at the time through 9 games at the best defensive record in Major League Soccer alongside LAFC. But ever since then, in the 23 games, they've allowed 47 goals. A staggering number. So Houston growing into this game. 5 minutes until halftime. Here's Vera coming back into the starting lineup today. Played more minutes than any other Houston player. And Lundqvist puts in another sumptuous delivery. Chested down by Ramirez. The turn, it sat up on the second ball for Manotas. Somehow got his lines crossed with Ramirez, but it works out to the Galaxy's benefit. The Galaxy having their problems inside their own penalty area. Ramirez, towering presence. Spent some time in Minnesota. The Galaxy cutting themselves, really shooting themselves in the foot here, but Jonah Dos Santos on a troublesome back pass, able to clean it up. Felcher helps it forward for Uriel Antuna, and controlled by Fabio Alvarez, just trying to restore some calm and poise in the center of the park. They find the gap between midfield and defense. Christian Pavone running at defenders. Christian Pavone, and an attempt blocked. Still Pavone keeps it alive. He's got Ibrahimovic and Antuna waiting inside the box as the defense able to recover. Pavone's such a menacing run. Can't say enough about how he's affected this Galaxy team and the positive impact he has had. Really brought an attacking balance as Ibrahimovic trying to play it forward for Felcher, but beaten to it by DeMarcus Beasley. And here comes Albert Elise, the pacey Honduran, streaking down this left-hand side. Elise met by a wholehearted challenge from Pipo Gonzalez. Well done, young man, as Gonzalez came all the way across to put out that fire. That's more like the Giancarlo Gonzalez that Guillermo Barros Esqueloto envisioned. Meanwhile, Tomas Martinez plays it wide. Adam Lundqvist, who's been impressive, won't get the better of David Romney this time, who steers it out of play on the far side. Throw-in now for Houston on the 42nd minute. Houston still looking for their opener after having one disallowed 6 minutes ago for Manotas being in the offside position. An important juncture here. Lundqvist backed into the corner by Romney. And well won back. Well done by the Galaxy left back, but it drops. It's Boniek Garcia, a driving one. So close, but not close enough. Too close for comfort, though you could say, for David Bingham. But what a hit from Boniek Garcia. Hasn't scored this season, and he nearly opened his account with an opportunistic strike as the Galaxy failed to clear their lines. It set up so nicely for the Honduran. He caught it on the half volley and caught all of it and just beat the goalkeeper. in the end lacking in accuracy. So back to the other end, and this one continues to be open and attacking. Pavone met by two Houston defenders. Coming up on the Galaxy Halftime Show, we'll keep you apprised of all the other scores on Decision Day 2019. Plus, we'll have a look back at some of the better moments, and we'll get you updated on all the stats and more. It's all coming up here on the Galaxy Radio Halftime Show. 44th minute. Romney. Polenta. Houston just sitting off a bit. Conceding possession to the Galaxy. Have had the better of it in this first half so far. Antuna now opens up. Alvarez as Akers is spaced right through the heart of that midfield. The turn from Ibrahimovic, and it's met by Lundqvist, who anticipated it from his countryman. And it breaks in favor of Houston, who look to hit on the counterattack. Ramirez drops into his own half, and it has that failed squeezed. Well won back by Giancarlo Gonzalez, or Pipo as they call him. Puts in that cross. Ibrahimovic waiting for it. But underneath it is that Houston defense. Only as far, though, as Sebastian Lletget. And it comes out wide. Good 1-2 on this left-hand side between Pavone and Ibra. Forward for Sebastian Lletget. The flag is down for the Galaxy midfielder. Twisting and turning and looking for some support. And Tomas Martinez coming all the way back to intercept and win it for the Dynamo. But once again, too generous from Houston. They've been so sloppy in possession today. And Jonah Dos Santos only too happy to oblige. Fabio Alvarez now as we head into the final minute, plus added on time at BBVA Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's worked its way forward now. Drop of the shoulder from Christian Pavone, and it's marshaled out of play. Last off of Pavone, so a goal kick here from Tyler Derrick. And a good piece of 1v1 defending by Adam Lundqvist. And you have to say, the Swedish right back has had a pretty good first half against one of the brightest young talents in Major League Soccer in Christian Pavone. It's an interesting battle down the left-hand side for the Galaxy against the Houston right fullback. Struna making things difficult for Matias Vera, who did well to clean it up now. DeMarcus Beasley trying to play it down the line. 3 minutes confirmed have been added on. And by the fourth official, Elton Garcia. And Albert at least didn't take too kindly to the challenge from Rolf Felcher. Felcher dangerously flirting with the booking, as he's been cautioned 6 times already this campaign. As a footnote, interesting to note, the slate is wiped clean for yellow cards. And confirmation that it was a booking for Felcher, who receives his 7th yellow of the season. So he'll be granted a reprieve as the Galaxy look forward to the postseason with a clean slate in terms of bookings and discipline. But hard to argue against the Venezuelan, or in favor of the Venezuelan, as he just brought down Elise. It's been a hit and miss season for Rolf Felcher. He can make some great runs and put himself in good position, but at times has lacked the end product and final bit of quality. And it's worked forward now. Boniek Garcia off the post. It sits up on the rebound. Christian Ramirez cashes in, and the Galaxy are pegged back. It's 1-1 for the Houston Dynamo, and a big strike for Christian Ramirez, his 8th of the season and his 4th with Houston since moving a couple of months ago. 1-1 in Texas. And the Galaxy sucker punched yet again towards the end of halftime. It happened last week against the Vancouver Whitecaps, but the Galaxy is asleep at the wheel. Elise ghosts in, beats Felcher to it, hits the post. No chance for David Romney, and on the rebound it fell sweetly to Christian Ramirez, who finds the back of the net. And just like that, after an enterprising first half of play for the Los Angeles Galaxy, Christian Ramirez pegging Houston on level terms. 8th goal of the campaign, as I mentioned, his 4th with his new club. He's fitting in very nicely, thank you very much. And making a case for himself for an inclusion to the 2020 Houston Dynamo roster. Made a name for himself with Orange County Blue Star growing up, of course, in the Santa Ana area. Went to La Quinta High School in Westminster in Garden Grove. Spent a lot of time in Minnesota before being traded to LAFC last year and deemed surplus to requirements for Bob Bradley in August of this season. A chance for the Galaxy, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic was right to it. He hasn't been at his sharpest despite his great form. Yes, he's had the goals. The numbers statistically are there, but if you look at these chances, yes, Zlatan can put the goals in the back of the net, but he spurned a lot as well. And he applauds the service in. It was a lovely ball played forward, well weighted. Flag was down, but Zlatan just couldn't get his feet right. If he does get his feet right, he's looking at an easy tap-in, and the Galaxy right back on top before halftime. So 2.5 minutes of stoppage time are up, and Zlatan and the Galaxy, despite going out in front on the 9th minute and then leading throughout much of this first half, Christian Ramirez getting one just before the break. And it is halftime at BBVA Stadium in Houston, Texas. Our scoreline reads on the final day of Major League Soccer. The Houston Dynamo won. The LA Galaxy won. Stay with us. The halftime show is next on Galaxy Radio.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
Hey, what you doing, guys?
Just remember in the 1980s, I'd sip on a Shasta Diet Grape shredding at the skate park.
Shasta was around in the 80s?
That's right, Sonny. In fact, Shasta's been around for 130 years.
Wow, Grandpa, that's old.
You know, in my day, I'd enjoy me a Shasta Cherry Cola listening to my favorite radio program.
What's a radio program? I'm more of a modern kid. I'll stick with my Shasta California Dreamin'.
From generation
to generation.
Celebrating 130 years of flavor.
It has to be Shasta.
Galaxy fans, on the pitch or at the San Manuel Casino, you're always a winner. This October, San Manuel Casino is giving away a 2019 GMC Sierra Denali and a Can-Am Spyder F3 Limited every Thursday in October. That's right, both of these vehicles will go to one lucky winner each week. Use your Club Serrano card at your favorite slot machines or table games for your chance to win these fabulous rides. San Manuel Casino, all thrill. Details at sanmanuel.com. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal: your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed, and that includes their fierce, diehard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LA Galaxy.
Toyota's 2019 clearance countdown is on, which means now's the time for incredible factory cash back on our most popular models. Get $3,500 back on the Avalon and the 86, $3,000 on Tundra and Avalon Hybrid Electric, $2,000 on Camry and Prius, $1,500 on a Camry Hybrid Electric or Toyota CHR. But hurry, Toyota's clearance countdown ends soon. Excludes TRD Pro. Must take delivery from 2019 new car dealer stock by midnight September 30th.
A car's value is more than its price tag. That's why every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care no-cost maintenance. Toyota Care covers factory scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. Plus 24-hour roadside assistance and lockout protection. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska. See dealer for details and exclusions. And drive with peace of mind.
We make it easy on you.
Toyota, let's go places.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places. Shasta. Shasta, the official soft drink of the LA Galaxy. It has to be Shasta.
Welcome back. It's halftime at BBVA Stadium in Houston, Texas, and it's kind of a broken record for the LA Galaxy. Good play, strong on the front foot. Zlatan Ibrahimovic combining to very good effect with a lovely goal, grabbing his 30th of the season early on to make it 1-0 after 9 minutes. He hit the crossbar 8 minutes later. Fabio Alvarez would come in for the injured Joe Corona, and that's where this game changed just a little bit. The Galaxy coming a little unbalanced, getting forward, and as a result, just before halftime, in fact, first half stoppage time, it was Albert Ellis breaking through the defense, past Rolf Felcher hitting one off the post, and Christian Ramirez there on the rebound to put home his 8th goal of the season, his 4th since his trade from LAFC in August, and that is where we remain. Time now to get you updated on some of the other scores. We're going to focus on the Western Conference right now. Halftime in Portland, Oregon. The Portland Timbers won. The San Jose Earthquakes won right now, and Portland, it will suit them well. It would see them wrap up a place in the MLS Cup playoffs. Elsewhere, the big one that has a huge bearing for the LA Galaxy, Seattle, currently on top of Houston at the break, 1-0, and it's the Panamanian defender of all people, Roman Torres, with the only strike on the 29th minute, and Seattle, as it stands right now, would take sole possession of second place in the West. Elsewhere, it's Real Salt Lake 1-0 away to the Vancouver Whitecaps, and Damir Kreilach with the only strike on the 28th minute after being played in nicely by Corey Baird. So what it means right now, the Galaxy would maintain their hold on second, or rather the 4th position. However, with Real Salt Lake winning, it would see Real Salt Lake overtake them, and as a result, the Galaxy would move into the 5th spot. What that means for us, folks, as viewers, as fans of this game, meaning there would be no home playoff game, at least in the first round, for the Galaxy, and they would be playing host to Real, or they would be paying a visit to Real Salt Lake, as they did just a matter of about a week and a half ago. So that's where it remains, but certainly a lot of business left here on Decision Day. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, we'll take a look back at some of the better moments. It's halftime. LA 1, the Houston Dynamo 1 on the Galaxy Radio.
Dignity Health is the official health care partner of the LA Galaxy at Dignity Health Sports Park. Our doctors and nurses look for the healing effects of human kindness every day at our Southern California hospitals. St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine, and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy babies at dignityhealthcare.org/SoCal.
Hey, what you doing, guys?
Just remember in the 1980s, I'd sip on a Shasta Diet Grape, shredding at the skate park.
Shasta was around in the 80s?
That's right, Sonny. In fact, Shasta's been around for 130 years.
Wow, Grandpa, that's old.
You know, in my day, I'd enjoy me a Shasta Cherry Cola, listening to my favorite radio program.
What's a radio program? I'm more of a modern kid. I'll stick with my Shasta California Dreamin'.
From generation
to generation.
Celebrating 130 years of flavor.
It has to be Shasta.
Want more for less? Spectrum Mobile delivers. Grab your wireless bill to compare and see how you can save up to 40% a month with our unlimited data plan for $45 a line, or our buy the gig plan for $14 a gig, all with free nationwide talk and text. Call 855-535-7732. Get Spectrum Mobile today. Call 855-535-7732. Savings based on comparison of single-line unlimited plans amongst major national carriers as of 10/21/18. Visit Spectrum.com for offer restrictions and details.
As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, Southern New Hampshire University celebrates the goal setters and the goal getters, the hard workers, the fighters, and the up-all-nighters. At SNHU, we celebrate you. With flexible, affordable online courses and more than 200 programs to choose from, earning your degree is a goal you can achieve. Learn about SNHU's online courses at snhu.edu. Your celebration starts here. Visit snhu.edu.
It's time for superior performance, for unmatched reliability, for big savings on the best-selling cars in Southern California. It's time for Toyota's Clearance Countdown. Take advantage of great deals on all 24 Toyota models, like the sporty Camry, the fuel-efficient Prius, and the rugged Tacoma. If you're looking for the best offers, your timing could not be better. But hurry, Toyota's Clearance Countdown won't last forever.
Buying a car is a big deal. Performance, reliability, safety, there are a lot of factors to consider. Fortunately, there's buyatoyota.com. With buyatoyota.com, you can locate a dealer, compare models, set up a test drive, and check out all current offers. It's the only official site for your Southern California Toyota dealers. So when you're looking to buy a new car, buyatoyota.com. We make it easy on you. Toyota, let's go places.
And welcome back. It's halftime at BBVA Stadium in Houston, Texas, in the south of Texas. And Houston getting a late first-half goal from Christian Ramirez to counteract the strike from Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who found the back of the net after just 9 minutes. Shasta, the official soft drink of the LA Galaxy, with over 30 great flavors like grapefruit zazz, apple tiki punch, strawberry, and California dreamin'. Shasta has a flavor for every Galaxy fan. This soccer season, it has to be Shasta. And really, you'd have to say the flavorful play of the first half came from Zlatan Ibrahimovic in a moment of magic from the former AC Milan man. Left alone, too much space at the top of the box. Tyler Derrett, the goalkeeper, out of position, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic just caresses it across the face of goal into that top far corner for his 30th goal of the season. And as a result, right now, he only trails Carlos Vela by 1 in the race for the MLS Golden Boot. And 2 more from Zlatan Ibrahimovic would not only see him overtake Carlos Vela, but also lay claim to the MLS single season record, as he already holds the LA Galaxy single season record with 30 so far this season. All right, the Galaxy statistically, let's break the numbers down for you. Shots on target, it's not good reading right now. It's been open and attacking. 10 shots for the Dynamo, 2 of which have been on target. That pace in those wide areas, once again, problematic for the Galaxy. And a lack of concentration, a lack of cohesion has allowed Houston back into this game. The Galaxy putting 2 of their 8 shots on target in the first half with 60% of the possession. The Galaxy with 1 more corner, 4-3 in favor of the visitors, and the only booking of the first half going to the Venezuelan birthday boy who gets a yellow card on his birthday, Rolf Felcher. So a lot of work remaining here for the Galaxy. It's not all doom and gloom, positive moments, but you consider this a microcosm of the way this season has unfolded. The Galaxy looking menacing and attacking going forward, but in the back there are vulnerabilities. We'll see if they can rectify matters. We're going to step aside. When we return, we're back with the second half. The Dynamo and the Galaxy next on Galaxy Radio. Stay with us.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
Toyota's 2019 clearance countdown is on, which means now's the time for incredible factory cash back on our most popular models. Get $3,500 back on the Avalon and the 86, $3,000 on Tundra and Avalon Hybrid Electric, $2,000 on Camry and Prius, $1,500 on a Camry Hybrid Electric or Toyota CHR. But hurry, Toyota's clearance countdown ends soon. Excludes TRD Pro. Must take delivery from 2019 new car dealer stock by midnight September 30th.
A car's value is more than its price tag. That's why every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care no-cost maintenance. Toyota Care covers factory scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. Plus 24-hour roadside assistance and lockout protection. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska. See dealer for details and exclusions. And drive with peace of mind. We make it easy on you. Toyota, let's go places.
Dignity Health is the official health care partner of the LA Galaxy at Dignity Health Sports Park. Our doctors and nurses look for the healing effects of human kindness every day at our Southern California hospitals. St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine, and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy babies at dignityhealthcare.org/SoCal.
Every time you close your laptop, a Corona gets its lime. And every time your to-do list is to do one less thing, a Corona gets its lime. Every time you press pause. Every time you unwind or lose track of time, a Corona gets its lime. And every time your feet are up while the sun goes down, a Corona gets its lime. So drop a lime in and find your beach. Please drink responsibly. Corona Extra Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Alcatel, the official smartphone partner of LA Galaxy, presents Onyx, a smartphone with the latest tech features at a great price. Enjoy sharp photos with dual rear cameras, enhanced security features with fingerprint and facial recognition, up to 32 gigabytes of storage, and the battery built to last. This beautifully designed smartphone with suede texture finish and expansive 5.5-inch full-view display will handle all of your entertainment needs. Available at Cricket Wireless and AlcatelOnyx.com.
Dignity Health is the official healthcare partner of the LA Galaxy at Dignity Health Sports Park. Our doctors and nurses look for the healing effects of human kindness every day at our Southern California hospitals. St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine, and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy babies at dignityhealthcare.org/SoCal.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife, nutrition for a better life, and Toyota. Let's go places.
And we welcome you back to Space City, USA, in the south of Texas in Houston at BBVA Stadium. It is the final match of the 2019 MLS regular season, or as we call it in soccer circles, Decision Day. And the Galaxy, letting a late first-half goal from the Houston Dynamo as Zlatan Ibrahimovic had put them out in front after 9 minutes, 1-1, as we get set to embark on what should be a very entertaining second 45 minutes. Now, we got you updated on a busy decision day on part of the scores. Let's get you updated on some of the other scores. Just coming to my attention, the LAFC club up 2-1 at the break over Colorado, and you know who has struck the back of the net twice for both of the LAFC goals. Carlos Vela, meaning he is on 33 goals, 3 clear of Zlatan, so it's going to take something miraculous. In fact, at least a second-half hat-trick if Zlatan wants to move level in the Golden Boot race. And FC Dallas getting strikes from Zdenek Ondrzejczyk as well as Matt Hedges, up 2-0 over Sporting Kansas City. It's Atlanta 1, New England 1. Nagby on target after 3 minutes, and Christian Pania with the equalizer 5 minutes later. Goalless between DC and Cincinnati. Montreal up 2-0 over the New York Red Bulls as Bojan Kirkic and Max Arruti on target. And Philadelphia trailing 2-0 to NYCFC, who've already clinched top spot in the East. Matarrita and Tajuri on target. So the Galaxy kick us off here in the second half. No changes for Guillermo Barros Esqueloto. They did have one first-half change, however, as Joe Corona had to come off with injury. He was replaced by Fabio Alvarez, who just came back from a calf strain himself. So this could be a telling final 45 minutes. And once again, the Houston Dynamo, for the third season running, looking to have a dramatic dent and play a big role in the postseason plans for the Galaxy after eliminating Los Angeles the last 2 seasons from postseason play. Christian Miles bringing you all the action from BBVA Stadium in the south of Texas. Happy to have you as we have had you all season long on Galaxy Radio. Here's Dave Romney. Going to get a little bit farther forward now, releasing Christian Pavone on this left-hand side. Good-looking cross. Ibra is there and sends his header straight bouncing into the gloves of Tyler Derrick. But what a cross. A sumptuous delivery from Christian Pavone. And Ibrahimovic is about 4 or 5 good chances. It's another look here. Pavone's cross whipped in on that right foot as he had time to set it up, and Ibra just trying to chest it down. Couldn't quite get the power to it as the cross just fell at the last moment. And Ibrahimovic denied of his 31st as Houston lived to fight another day. The Galaxy opening the second half in good fashion, trying to come out with a resounding response, and we did manage to catch up with the head coach, Guillermo Barros Esqueloto, at halftime. He said, hey, I want to take better care of the possession getting forward. We want to push a little bit higher and get into the box. In the second half, we've got to manage the ball a little bit better than we did in the first half. They are accentuating defending during the midweek in the training before departing for Houston on Friday. Galaxy once again proving their Achilles heel and their undoing as they have allowed 56 goals in 34 games. As I mentioned, that puts them coming into today with 55, 9th best in the Western Conference. No team currently in the MLS Cup playoffs, be it in the West or the East, have conceded more goals than LA. So they're going to have to put them up and get that offense clicking if they want to make some headway in the MLS Cup playoffs. Meanwhile, it was looked to be an innocuous challenge from Pipo Gonzalez on Christian Ramirez, who suffered the brunt of it. No disciplinary measures taken by referee Alan Chapman today. Only the one booking going in the first half to Rolf Felcher, who was given that, by the way, on his 29th birthday. Zlatan Ibrahimovic also celebrating his 38th birthday this past Thursday. The Lions showing no signs of slowing down. A lot of speculation remains. Will he be back for a third season with the Galaxy? Remember, he is the highest paid player in Major League Soccer, just a little over $7 million per season. But he's proven to be money well spent. And it's opened up on this left-hand side. Christian Pavone showing the bottom of his studs, but in the end asking too much of the Argentinian winger. Mentioned poised to equal an MLS record of an assist in each 8 consecutive games. 2 goals and 7 assists, and he's played just 10 and a half games so far. What an acquisition he's been after coming over on loan from Boca Juniors. Meanwhile, other side of the field now into the shadows. Elise puts it on that right. Good block in from Sebastian Leggett. They're not out of the woods yet, however, as it's tracked down by Boniet Garcia. Locates Elise, running out a trio of defenders. Manotas trying to peel off, and it's marshaled and controlled by Fabio Alvarez, who looks very tidy in possession. Ibrahimovic pops one up on that first time hit, but plays it out. So a throw-in on that far side for the Dynamo. Galaxy still without the services of Roman Alessandrini. He's back training with the team after knee surgery in April, but not included in the 18, and one wonders if we will see him coming up in the playoffs. And also Perry Kitchen missing out on his 9th game after suffering a groin problem of his own. He's a sorely missed presence. The good news, though, is Fabio Alvarez is back along with David Bingham. And speaking of, Bingham will send this forward, trying to send it to that far side. Just poke forward by Elise. Is Houston able to keep possession? They'll hit a long diagonal, trying to pick out Manotas, and it's a foot race here all the way at the back. And Diego Polenta making up some very good ground on Christian Ramirez. It's not exactly his strong suit, Polenta, as he lacks in the pace department. Such a great reading of the game, the Uruguayan. Had a rough beginning to his Major League Soccer career, but he's grown into his position. One of the first names on the team sheet for a beleaguered back line. So another corner kick upcoming here for Houston, and it will be their 4th. Near side in swinger, Lundqvist to take it. He's got several targets as the Galaxy move into that man-marking system. And Lundqvist on his delivery clears that first defender as it pops up off the head of Fabio Alvarez. Lundqvist again. Flag is down for Elise, who pulls it back from the byline. It's pushed away by Sebastian Leggett, only as far as Houston's Boniet Garcia. And Lundqvist plays it in. Once again, flag is down. Tomas Martinez to the far post as it's flicked out of the box by Felcher as Ramirez drives one back in. And there to meet is Pipo Gonzalez, and it's lashed well high of goal by the Dynamo and out of play. So a goal kick here for David Bingham. Good attempt that time by Houston and Minor Figueroa, the 36-year-old veteran, but ultimately didn't quite have the technique as he sliced all the way through it. Hot conditions, temperatures over the 90-degree mark, temperatures high, the humidity equally as high, just around a low 40%, so a heat index that really feels closer at kickoff to 97 degrees. Not favorable for the Galaxy, but that's what it's like at this time of year. Still summer conditions. Will it play a toll as Ibrahimovic hits that first touch, and he's tripped on his path to goal and hits the deck? No call from the referee and no protest from the big Swede. Jonah Dos Santos, though, able to clean it up in midfield. Gets it back now. Ibrahimovic with his back to goal somehow stretches it for Fabio Alvarez. And Ibra in a deep-lying role right now. Jonah Dos Santos helping it on. It's Dave Romney who joins in. Galaxy trying to break down this stingy Houston back line is not as bad as their record indicates, as it's driven hard and stinging the gloves of Derek and the Galaxy, but no harm done in the end for the Dynamo. Houston allowing 58 goals this season. Only 5 other clubs coming into today had allowed more goals than the Dynamo. They've been more than charitable. Only 3 clean sheets on the entire campaign for Houston. Only once, though, in their last 16 games. As I mentioned, since the 4th of July, it's just all gone haywire, which led to the sacking of Wilmer Cabrera in mid-August. And here come Houston once again, working through Elise on this left-hand side, cuts it over to his right. Elise! Low and hard and well seen to by David Bingham. He's made more saves in this league than any other goalkeeper. I'll tell you what, though, Houston's starting to grow into this game in the early stages of half number 2. Not just their 3rd attempt on target. It opens up, though, and it's been open in nature. Wide to the right-hand side, and here come the Galaxy. Sebastian Leggett for Zlatan Ibrahimovic, about 35 yards away from goal, waits for Felcher to arrive. Antuna awaiting the service now, and back it goes for Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Seeking out his options, poking it through. Alvarez leaves it up. It's Uriel Antuna, squares it. Pavon! Yes! Christian Pavon with his 3rd goal this season. 54 minutes in. It's well worked and wonderfully constructed. It's a team goal of the highest order for the Galaxy. They are back in business and back out in front. 2-1 in Houston. Beautifully played. Fabio Alvarez, Uriel Antuna sucking into defenders. No one marking Pavone, who opens up his hips, picks out that bottom corner on that far post, and makes absolutely no mistake. Superbly placed from the Galaxy's newest winger sensation, Christian Pavon. 3rd of the season to complement his 8 assists. What an acquisition. All those numbers coming in the span of a handful of games. In fact, today, his 11th appearance since moving over from Argentina back in early August. He's fit right in, a seamless transition. So the Galaxy with a much-needed goal, and they are back in pole position, and more importantly, have assured themselves, at worst, right now, 3rd place in the West. Three points to see them move up to 54 points, overtaking Minnesota United FC, who are trailing right now to the Seattle Sounders, who would overtake Minnesota and move into the 2nd position. If all results go their way, the best possible scenario, as I mentioned throughout the broadcast, is a 2nd place finish. The Galaxy hoping for a draw between Seattle and Minnesota. Worst case scenario, they finish 5th. Other side now, and Elise going to work on Rolf Felcher yet again in a big South American matchup. It opens up. Tomas Martinez with a great hit, but once again misfiring in front of goal is the Colombian. It's got to be better. And from the Argentine, Tomas Martinez, he's paid designated player money. But the Galaxy defense caught wanting too much space and inside the penalty area. He had time for a couple of touches, and Martinez knows he should have done better. He scored his 1st goal in Major League Soccer in September of 2017 in a 3-2 win over the Galaxy. That one, it eliminated the Galaxy from the postseason officially. Not just a couple of months after joining from Braga of Portugal a couple of years ago. But it's got to be better from Houston. They've been really wasteful today. Not about their 4th target in front of goal and on target. At least, though, getting that penetration. He's been the thorn in their side. Looking to be a little bit more comfortable here, Albert Elise, on that left-hand side than we saw on the right. As the experimentation continues. A little premature from the back there from Minor Figueroa and Houston, so it'll drift out of play. The Galaxy will take 40-yard efforts from central defenders every day of the week, folks. And while we've got a moment, soccer fans, your Galaxy have clinched a spot in the 2019 playoffs starting on October 19th. You can stay up to date on when and where exactly the first playoff match will be played and how to get involved. All you have to do is head to Galaxy.com today. Galaxy 2-1 Who else but Pavone and Uriel Antuna on target. They did the business at Real Salt Lake a couple of games ago on the 25th. And really formed a great understanding up top. Here's Matias Vera now with Houston in possession. And how can the Galaxy manage this one? They've really struggled when in these positions, letting the opposition back into the game. Elise making some inroads down this left-hand side, twisting and turning. Good little cross, but hit just behind. Did well to put himself in a great position, but his final delivery lacking in quality. So it'll come out at play here on this near side for a Galaxy throw-in. Houston, when they allow the first goal, as they did today, just 3 wins in their 22 games in which that has happened. 16 times they've gone down to defeat. So it doesn't bode well, but indeed Houston has shown a lot of character here, and they've more than troubled and asked the questions of this Galaxy defense. Pushed back over to the right-hand side. The defensive shape a little unorthodox right now from Houston. Here's Zlatan Ibrahimovic, goes down to the challenge of Vera, and he's won himself a free kick from just about 22 yards out. That is an experienced play from Ibrahimovic, who absorbed the contact and went to the floor. And the Galaxy with a great opportunity from a free kick situation. And incredibly enough, you think about it, the Galaxy have been so good from corners, but have not scored from a free kick the entire campaign. So can they break their duck here and snap that streak? We know what Ibrahimovic is capable of, and he hits them like this all the time in training. And no doubt about this, who is going to take it, and it is going to be the Super Swede. Trying to celebrate his 38th birthday with his 31st goal of the season. It may be beyond reach in terms of the golden boot, but this would make things interesting. It's Ibra, hits it right into the wall for the second time today. Not the best of efforts there from Zlatan. So Houston get it back. Fabio Alvarez wins it. Houston sloppy in possession. Ibra, head up, thought about it, plays it on, and it's fired across the face of goal by Christian Pavone. Or rather, Uriel Antuna. Antuna had to look at it, and Ibrahimovic buries his head in his hands. Antuna has to hit the target. Plenty of room to operate. Try to pick out that far post bottom corner. And misses the mark entirely. And that would have really iced it for the Galaxy and put them in very good position. It's still 1-0 on the 61st between Seattle and Minnesota. Vancouver still trailing Real Salt Lake by a goal to 0. Elsewhere, the Portland Timbers up 2-1 on the hour mark against the visiting San Jose Earthquakes, who continue to crumble. The Earthquakes need a victory. But the way things are going right now with the FC Dallas scoreline, they find themselves up in generous fashion today. 4-0 over Sporting Kansas City, so whatever they would do, it might not be enough to get them in. It looks to be the case. Back at the other end, the Galaxy on the back foot. It's a high challenge, and it will be a throw-in now for Houston. As Lundqvist just grabs at left ankle. Lundqvist very good today, as has been Pipo Gonzalez. Is that an attacking dimension down this right-hand side? Adam Lundqvist. 25-year-old Swede, part of the 2016 Olympic team as well. As it sits up now, defensive miscue. Elise fires home the equalizer, and the Dynamo have once again clawed their way back onto level terms. It's Albert Elise with his 9th goal of the campaign, and just like that, Houston level. So just after the hour mark, and another defensive error from the Galaxy as they concede their 57th goal. And all credit to Kiki Struna, just not cleared, and no one within 10 feet of Elise. and the goal is at his mercy. Nothing that David Bingham could do about that. Well taken by the Honduran Elise. And he grabs his second goal of the season against the Galaxy. And after setting up the winner that sealed the Galaxy's doom last year, well, he's put another dent in their playoff hopes so far this season. So hold the phone. The goal coming on the 62nd minute. Struna will get the assist. And that is just poor defending all the way around from LA. And this is reading like a script for the entire 2019 season. Is the Galaxy just crumbling at the back, making it much too easy. And I'll tell you what, since the substitution and Joe Corona going off, Houston have enjoyed the better of it on the front foot and have had much more easy access to that Galaxy back four. Wave after wave of pressure, but down that left-hand side is where it's come in the second half. Meanwhile, down the left-hand side for the Galaxy, it's Pavone, hits the post. Gets in behind the right fullback and did really well, but Pavone just off by a matter of inches. Second time today, the Galaxy have hit the woodwork. Rounds his way right past Struna. Did really well. Just couldn't place it and decided to go near post instead of across the face of goal. And Christian Pavone so close to his second. My goodness, it's a wild decision day. 1 minute they're on top, the next they're not. The Galaxy right back on level terms, and that is going to throw a wrench into their plans for the playoffs. They at least want to host one game at Dignity Health Sports Park. Remember, the top four finishers play host in the first round at least. The exception of LASC are given a bye. Meanwhile, the Galaxy set it up, and it's Leggett hitting the crossbar this time. Beautiful ball back from Fabio Alvarez. The third time today, the Galaxy have hit the woodwork. And the second time, the crossbar has been rattled. My goodness. No one picking up Leggett in the defense all the way around. This has been at a very poor level. Update on the scores. Carlos Vela has the hat trick, and he has set the new MLS record for goals scored in a season. He's now on 34. Unbelievable. Broke the record in the first half with that strike on the 28th minute. And Carlos Vela, say what you will, has had an incredible season and looks as though he is going to take the golden boot right now, eclipsing the record set last year by Josef Martinez. So now Guillermo Barros Escaloto contemplating a change with things on level terms, imparting some instructions to the teenage defender Julian Araujo. A draw may be enough to see the Galaxy finish in the top four. Other results would have to go their way. The Galaxy, though, get it back. Pavone finds his way to Ibrahimovic, and it works well on the break. Now it's played in. Uriel Antuna, this could be the moment. Antuna squares it back. Ibra just behind him. And he couldn't quite get it at the place that he wanted it. It was just a little too far behind from Antuna, who squared it unselfishly. Could have taken it. And as a result, Ibrahimovic just balloons it over the crossbar. He was onside, Uriel Antuna. And he made the right decision, but the ball not of good enough quality. Ibra just overran it a bit, but surely they've got to score on that. So second sub coming in now for the LA Galaxy. We'll see Julian Araujo come in. The young teenage defender is, in my estimation, one of the best teenagers in Major League Soccer. He's going to replace Rolf Felter, who's been flat out tortured in the second half by Albert Elise. So perhaps a little bit of fresh legs will be the trick here for the Los Angeles Galaxy as Araujo comes on for the 17th time this season. He was an unused substitute on Sunday against the Whitecaps. Just celebrated his 18th birthday, by the way, on August 13th. And here he goes right back to work. Elise opening up space, and it goes right into David Bingham. DeMarcus Beasley testing the wits of the Galaxy goalkeeper. My goodness. Galaxy have been exposed down that right-hand side of their defense. Meanwhile, down the right-hand side of Houston's defense, Christian Pavone continues to terrorize. Zlatan Ibrahimovic squares across. Fabio Alvarez has his attempt blocked. It's fast and it's furious. No shortage of chances today. Meanwhile, the flick as Elise is popped up over on this right-hand side. Closed down by David Romney, but he does concede the 5th corner for the Houston Dynamo. Still 2-1. Portland up over San Jose. 1-0 for Minnesota United. Real Salt Lake on the 73rd, 1-0 at Vancouver. LAFC 3-1 over the Rapids, who are out, and SC Dallas have gotten the 5th. My goodness. Ondrashek with his 2nd on the 68th. What a day for them as they look to be heading to the postseason. So the Galaxy, as Houston will line up this corner kick. Galaxy, as I mentioned, have conceded 3 times from corner situations. Lundqvist on this near side on the in-swinger via the left foot. Out comes the keeper, and Bingham got a fist to it. Doesn't completely clear his lines. Here's Elise. Plays it in. Figueroa, great turn. Figueroa! Not a bad effort from his central defender. Minor Figueroa trying to turn back the clock, the 36-year-old. Came close. Not quite close enough. So back the other way we go. And Ibrahimovic for a hard-charging Uriel Antuna, who tracks it down behind DeMarcus Beasley. Wide on the right, supported by Araujo with those fresh legs. And Ibrahimovic with a tricky little back heel through. Asking a bit too much of the 18-year-old fullback. So a goal kick here for Tyler Derrick. DeMarcus Beasley with a wry grin as he gets up. Doesn't want to go out like that. Remember, it's curtains on his career after this one. Houston not heading to the playoffs. To Marcus Beasley calling it quits after 20 years as a player. 20 years, 7 clubs across 6 countries. 11 years abroad in Scotland and in Germany, as well as the Netherlands and England and Mexico. What a career he's had. 4 World Cups along the way with 126 appearances for the USA. Tracked down is Boniek Garcia. Confirmation that he has been booked by referee Alan Chapman. 20 minutes remaining here in the final game of the regular season. This one playing a huge role as to exactly where the Galaxy will finish and to where they will be playing and when they will be playing in the first round of the MLS Cup playoffs. Here's Zebra dropping into his own half and will switch it wide to the left-hand side. And arriving is Dave Romney to carry it into the Houston half. 71st minute, 2-2. On the switch for Alvarez, Araujo joins in. Akers is space for him. They'll drop it back for Leggett, and Ibrahimovic in a deep lying role now locates Fabio Alvarez, the first half substitute, puts it back on that right foot. Clever movement from Leggett, trying to close down is the Houston defense in Figueroa, but it's claimed by Pavone now, and he's the danger man. He's full of all kinds of clever tricks, isn't he? Fabio Alvarez, it's onside now for Leggett, squares it back in front, and it may be the moment, but it ricochets into the gloves of Derrick. Goalkeeper did well to cover up in the end. Well, for defensive purists, this has been an absolute nightmare, a bludgeoning, because the defending has been an atrocity today, and that's not an understatement, as it may work its way forward here. Here come the Houston Dynamo down this right-hand side. Vera puts it on the left, squares it across the face of the penalty area, and it may sit up here around 1, and down goes Christian Ramirez, or rather Tomas Martinez. So it'll be a free kick here, and this is an advantageous situation, a chance for Houston to claim their first lead of the afternoon. Hey, Galaxy fans, you can make history with us by becoming a 2020 LA Galaxy season ticket member right now. Benefits include the best seats at the best prices, exclusive access to LA Galaxy players, plus invitations to members-only events. And that's not all. Purchase by tomorrow, October 7th, and receive an exclusive 25th anniversary LA Galaxy Mitchell and Ness t-shirt. All you have to do is visit lagalaxy.com now. Substitution coming up, and it will be the first of the game for the Houston Dynamo, and it will be Tommy McNamara checking into the game for Davey Arnaud, who made 3 changes today from the team that lost at Real Salt Lake. And on comes the former NYCFC man, now in his first season since making his move from NYCFC. So the Galaxy seeing a switch now. We'll see how it affects things. First things first, however, and this one driven in and well high of goal. Poorly taken from a dead ball that could really have been much more than that. Galaxy given a bit of a break there. Mauro Minolta's not exactly his best outing. He's been known to hurt the Galaxy in the past. 2-2 our scoreline, 74 minutes in. Ibrahimovic making it 1-0 in the first half. Christian Ramirez moving Houston level just before halftime in first half stoppage time. Then it was Christian Bavone 9 minutes after halftime making it 2-1 before 8 minutes later. Houston getting one back on that strike from Albert Elise. So Tomas Martinez off. Player that kind of occupied a wide role on the right-hand side of midfield. The utility man in the attack, Thomas McNamara. You may remember him, folks, from his Chivas USA days. Way back in 2014, in fact, scored a goal in his MLS debut against the Galaxy in a 3-2 win for Chivas in March of 2014 on opening day. He'd love to do it again. Here comes Zlatan, however. He will have a say in matters, one thinks. Switches out wide to the right-hand side for Araujo, the 18-year-old. Not the best of balls for the supporting Sebastian Lletget. 15 minutes remaining for the Galaxy to conjure up a winner. Squared out in front. It's Fabio Alvarez. Takes a deflection on the way out. He had all kinds of room. Comfortable for Fabio Alvarez, but it'll be a corner kick, and it will be corner kick number 5. Portland up 3-1 over San Jose. Still 1-0 between Seattle and Minnesota. Salt Lake out in front 1-0 still at Vancouver. What a game is the outswinging corner now. Dispatched well. Tracked down by Uriel Antuna, who finds his way to Araujo, who crosses in. A header from Giancarlo Gonzalez, and Pipo too far underneath it. It'll come out for a goal kick as it sails high of the crossbar. SC Dallas dumping all over Sporting Kansas City. What is going on with Sporting? The Galaxy putting 7 past them a few weeks ago, and now Houston doing much the same. 6-0. SC Dallas, as a result, are heading to the playoffs with that result, and it will be a hydration moment while we've got a moment. Hey, soccer fans, the Galaxy is proud to announce the installation of 4 safe-standing supporter sections at Dignity Health Sports Park North End ahead of the 2020 season. Now, this new supporter section will provide supporters groups, the Angel City Brigade, Galaxian, as well as others, the space to create the best atmosphere in all of MLS. To secure your spot or learn more, visit lagalaxy.com/safe standings. Temperature 93 degrees, so a water break employed by referee Alan Chapman. Let's get you updated on some of the other scores. Atlanta United 3-1 over Bruce Arena and the New England Revolution. Nagbe, Martinez, and Gressel on target in that one. DC and FC Cincinnati goalless. FC Dallas 6-0 over Sporting KC. LAFC on the hat trick from Carlos Vela, 3-1 over Colorado, which will be eliminated from the playoffs. Montreal all over visiting New York Red Bulls. Boyan Kirkic, Urruti, and Orji Okwankwo on target in that one. Midway through the second half, it's Orlando City losing out to the Chicago Fire, and that really the only match in the Eastern Conference that has no bearing on the playoffs. Kyle Smith own goal, wiping out the strike early on from Orlando's Tesho Akindele. And let's see else. Chicago getting more goals in that one from Sapong, Katai, and Frankowski. Seattle still 1-0 over Minnesota United, and the goal from Roman Torres on the half-hour mark still standing up. Portland 3-1 over the San Jose Earthquakes. Laris Mabiala on target at the half-hour mark. Wando equalizing before halftime, before Dairon Asprilla and Sebastian Blanco have made it comfortable for the Portland Timbers, who will hang on to their playoff spot. Bad news for the San Jose Earthquakes as they continue their rapid slide in Real Salt Lake on that first-half goal from Tamir Krylak. Still 1-0 with 8 minutes to go in Vancouver. What a day. Decision day here in 2018 in Major League Soccer. And still some drama awaiting us in the south of Texas, where it's 2-2 between the Houston Dynamo and the LA Galaxy. This is Galaxy Radio, and I'm Christian Miles. Galaxy looking to wrap up the regular season in positive fashion, and Fabio Alvarez just robbing Adam Lundqvist of possession. Enters the penalty area, trying to square it out in front, but it's a good block from the Swedish fullback. It'll come outside for a Galaxy throw-in. Check that, Kiki Struna coming across from his defensive role. So it'll be David Romney right now. Can the Galaxy conjure up something late here and rediscover their confidence, which was really shaken? A lot of these Galaxy players saying that loss to Vancouver last weekend felt a lot like the end of 2018 when this same Houston Dynamo team came into Carson and came back for a 3-2 win. Galaxy 1 point up, 2-0 thanks to Ola Kamara. Pavone, Ibrahimovic with his back to goal, showing a bit too much of it, and careless in possession is Ibra, and you don't say that too often. Elise, only too happy to oblige. In the last 10 minutes, Houston have been the better team. They've shown more attacking initiative, they've been more confident, and shown more conviction in that final third. Hasn't been exactly clinical, but far from wasteful. So Vera will set it back up now, working its way for Mino Figueroa. He sends it wide to the left-hand side. McNamara makes the run, closed down by Pipo Gonzalez. Good forward stride that time from DeMarcus Beasley. He joined in from left fullback. So 10 minutes to go, and they'll reset here. Here's Vera. One of 3 changes today for Davy Arnaud from the team that lost last Sunday in Salt Lake City 2-1 against RSL. Wide to the left. And the Galaxy looking wistfully to the referee. McNamara goes down in a heap. No call from the referee, and we play on. It certainly was dangerous. The Galaxy flirting with disaster there. That would have been calamitous. It's a great little run from McNamara, and a first touch that got right in between the defenders, and not much in that. That would have really been harsh just on the edge of the penalty areas. He was closed down by both Jonathan Dos Santos as well as Julian Araujo. So Memo Rodriguez will check in. It'll be the second switch today for the Houston Dynamo. And Rodriguez, the 23-year-old, will come on for Maro Manotas. So Manotas off. And Rodriguez, the American, on in attack. Manotas, of course, had the goal in stoppage time last May in 2018 in that 3-2 win for Houston in the first meeting. A player that came through the Houston Dynamo Academy, in fact, joining them 8 years ago when he was 15 years old. He knows how to play the Houston way. They like young, attacking, wide players. Memo Rodriguez, though, trying to play alongside Elise as well as Ramirez in a deeper role now, and Polenta just goes to ground outs, played out in front, a golden opportunity, and Houston have done it. It was right on the doorstep, and no one's stopping Christian Ramirez. It is calamitous, and the Galaxy have conceded 7 goals in their last 2 games, and the Dynamo claim their first advantage of the afternoon. Houston 3, LA 2. It's just poor all the way around. Elise slips around. Polenta caught wanting for pace. Hits the floor. Kept it in play, did Polenta. And Elise just simply squares it out. LA too deep. No chance for the keeper. Over the head of the defense. And Julian Araujo, who can't clear it off the line. And the Galaxy, for the third time today, caught wanting. Christian Ramirez with his second and his ninth, his fifth for his new club, finding a new home in Houston after being traded from LAFC back in August. It's all gone wrong for the Galaxy. Now, would you believe it? From winning positions, the Galaxy have let opposition back into games despite the record of being so successful when they score first. 13 wins, 1 draw, and 1 defeat. And we'll see what happens now. And the Galaxy failing to manage this match. Wide on the right-hand side, and the cross from Araujo overhitting Ibrahimovic is tracked down, though, by Pavone. And he's got 6 minutes plus added on time to conjure something positive. The cross is there, but so too is the defense of Figueroa. And Elise drops all the way back. It falls to the feet of Alvarez on the edge of the penalty area, and his cross just ricochets off the head of a leaping Ibrahimovic, who keeps it alive himself. Ibra shields it. It drifts out of play. Will it be a corner kick? No. It will be a goal kick for Tyler Derrick and the Houston Dynamo. He didn't hit it well, Christian Ramirez, upon further review, but it doesn't matter. He will take it. He hit it first time, took a deflection off his left foot, and kind of wrong-footed David Bingham in the process. He couldn't have scripted any worse here for the Los Angeles Galaxy. And a comeback against Vancouver. But now Houston turning the tables on the Galaxy. The Galaxy haven't claimed a shutout going all the way back to August 14th. In their last 24 games, they've allowed 50 goals. That's after allowing 8 in their first 9. And chopped and changed, Steris has come in. He hits the bench today as Pipo Gonzalez is recalled, but it's the same result. Meanwhile, Romney, Alvarez, the Galaxy, known for their attacking risk and their offensive tactics, and it's been made to make them pay. Alvarez with space. Ibrahimovic drops in support. Pavone keeps it alive for Romney, who's onside. 10 behind it now for the Dynamo. It's Pavone summoning a great save from Tyler Derrick to keep out the Argentine. It's still on for the Galaxy as it goes over the head of Antuna and finally falls to the feet of Tommy McNamara. What a game. Back and forth. I tell you what, the Galaxy, they always go for it. That's why they have the fewest draws in Major League Soccer, and it is never boring with LA. And it ain't over till it's over. It can be equally delightful as it is frustrating at times. Araujo running right at a sea of black and orange and ultimately dispossessed as DeMarcus Beasley sends it forward. Nearly 20 years is senior of Araujo. They'll switch it over to Albert Elise, who's been a player of the game in my estimation. He's been absolutely fantastic today for Houston, despite the 2 goals from Ramirez. And wide for Elise. Hard to believe, Elise, the ageless wonder. Continues to pour forward. The Galaxy with less than 2 minutes to take something positive here. And if they don't do anything, they're going to enter the playoffs on the back of a 2-match losing run. Not the way they wanted to see things unfold, and it takes a deflection out, and it will be a goal kick here for David Bingham. It's now or never. Substitution for the Houston Dynamo. It will be their final change, and for the last time, DeMarcus Beasley will come off, ending a brilliant career. The 37-year-old fullback getting a standing ovation from these Houston supporters. What a career, what a player. And it all comes to an end. 20 years for DeMarcus Beasley, who's been pure class for club and country. He finishes with 222 MLS appearances, 11 years overseas, first making a name for himself at PSV Eindhoven, Rangers, Manchester City, and in Germany with Hannover 96. Then moving on to Mexico and then signing with the Dynamo 5 years ago. It's been a magical career, a career of glitter that started all the way back in 1999 with the Under-17 World Cup in New Zealand, and now it is over as DeMarcus Beasley will retire amongst the greats in American soccer history. But back to more pressing matters. The Galaxy trailing 3-2 as Houston twice coming back from a goal down and now taking the lead moments ago from Christian Ramirez's second goal. Is there something left in the magical department for the Galaxy as Romney's cross is easily cleared away? Fabio Alvarez now seeking out some options. Final minute plus added on time, which I'm sure there will be a lengthy spell. Takes a deflection out. The Galaxy will await it here. Other scores, LAFC 3-1 on the 90th minute over Colorado. Montreal 3-0 over New York. The big one, of course, Seattle still leading Minnesota on the 89th, 1-0. Roman Torres with a first-half goal in that affair. Real Salt Lake have beaten Vancouver. It is a final. As a result, Real Salt Lake now overtake the LA Galaxy on 53 points, 2 points clear. Even if the Galaxy get a draw, they are going to finish in the 5th position. This is not the way they wanted things to unfold, and it's the fruition of the worst possible scenario for the Galaxy. As Romney sends it forward, Fabio Alvarez gets ahead to it and squares it for Sebastian Lletget, who moves it to the right-hand side. The teenager Araujo has it blocked. Galaxy fans, secure your 2020 partial plan with a seat deposit by November 1 to guarantee a ticket to the biggest home matches coming up next season. Partial plan deposits by November 1 include the 2020 home opener, 5 additional matches of your choice, as well as discounted pricing on all of the 2019 playoffs. Visit lagalaxy.com/tickets to learn more today. First minute of stoppage time. And the Galaxy conjure it up. They've had their backs against the wall, time in and time out. Pavone for Jonathan Dos Santos has been very quiet. Pavone a little too far from goal now. David Romney cuts it on the inside. Good movement here. The flick was there from Antuna. He peels for the handball. All eyes to referee Alan Chapman, who won't blow his whistle. My goodness, that could have been catastrophic for Houston. They're going to have a nice little feather in their cap to end 2019 unless LA can pull off some late-game magic here. 92nd minute, Pavone goes down. Free kick here for the Galaxy. Jose Bizama has checked in as Beasley went off for the last time. Meanwhile, Memo Rodriguez bringing down the Argentine Pavone. Just a delight to watch, isn't he, Christian Pavone? Running at defenders facing goal. He is an absolute menace and can strike fear into any opposing defender at any time. But the Galaxy, the time is now for them. Jonathan Dos Santos and company up against it. Down 3-2 in the 93rd minute. Minute 3 of the 4 allotted for stoppage time. And Dos Santos lines up the free kick from midfield, flicks it right back into the danger area in the heart of the penalty box. It's brought down by Antuna, who heads it for Araujo. Now It's pumped right back into the penalty area. Ibrahimovic trying to get his head to it. Second ball falls to the feet of Elise, who did really well under pressure. And McNamara with some nice hold-up play. And here come the Dynamo on the break. Right past midfield and into the Galaxy half. And that may do it for the Galaxy. Wow. What an afternoon. Decision Day 2019. Keep it right here regardless of what happens. Our post-game show is coming up. We'll get you apprised and updated on all the results on all 24 teams and how it lines up in the playoffs and what you can expect in a couple of weeks when the postseason begins. Remember, the playoffs start the weekend of October 19th and October 20th after the international break next weekend. Final seconds here. Houston in possession. Back to Kiki Struna with the assist to his name. And his first of the season in 29 appearances. What a big one it's going to be. 94th as it's pushed forward by Struna. Is there one last push from the Dynamo? Elise in no big hurry. He's tortured the left-hand side. Skins Romney. It's Albert Elise bearing down on goal. Squares it in front. It's a fifth for the Dynamo. And coming in at the far post is Memo Rodriguez. Off the bench and into the goals. It is a horror show for LA. It's Houston 5, the Galaxy, or Houston 4, the Galaxy 2. Oh my. Stoppage time, and Memo Rodriguez grabs his 7th goal of the season. Wonderfully set up by Elise. And the Galaxy's hopes of home field advantage in the playoffs has vanished. And barring any late miracles and any late twists, they will be finishing in the 5th position in the MLS's Western Conference. My, oh my. Twice up a goal. And Houston, all credit to them, on the final day proving to be too much for the Galaxy. A double from Christian Ramirez, Memo Rodriguez adding one late, but it was Albert Elise, by far and away the best player on the pitch. And as a result, Zlatan and company fall for the second consecutive times and will limp into the playoffs. All right, there's plenty to unpack here. When we return, we'll break it down. We'll have our moment of the match and our player of the game as the Galaxy lose out on the final day of the regular season. It's full time at BBVA Stadium. It's the Houston Dynamo getting 4 goals over the Galaxy's 2. Postgame show is next on Galaxy Radio. Stay with us.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places. LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life. And Toyota. Let's go places.
Dignity Health is the official health care partner of the LA Galaxy at Dignity Health Sports Park. Our doctors and nurses look for the healing effects of human kindness every day at our Southern California hospitals. St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine, and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy babies at dignityhealthcare.org/SoCal.
Of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
Every time you close your laptop, a Corona gets its lime. And every time your to-do list is to do one less thing, a Corona gets its lime. Every time you press pause. Every time you unwind or lose track of time, a Corona gets its lime. And every time your feet are up while the sun goes down, a Corona gets its lime. So drop a lime in and find your beach. Please drink responsibly. Corona Extra Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal: your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed, and that includes their fierce, diehard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LA Galaxy.
It's time for superior performance, for unmatched reliability, for big savings on the best-selling cars in Southern California. It's time for Toyota's Clearance Countdown. Take advantage of great deals on all 24 Toyota models, like the sporty Camry, the fuel-efficient Prius, and the rugged Tacoma. If you're looking for the best offers, your timing could not be better. But hurry, Toyota's Clearance Countdown won't last forever.
Buying a car is a big deal. Performance, reliability, safety, there are a lot of factors to consider. Fortunately, there's buyatoyota.com. With buyatoyota.com, you can locate a dealer, compare models, set up a test drive, and check out all current offers. It's the only official site for your Southern California Toyota dealers. So when you're looking to buy a new car, buyatoyota.com. We make it easy on you. Toyota, let's go places.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
What a disaster. That's just poor. Well, we do apologize for the technical delays. It is the post-game show, and the Galaxy on the back of a 4-2 loss to the Houston Dynamo and twice letting a 1-goal lead slip. It was a great beginning to the game for the Galaxy as Zlatan Ibrahimovic made it 1-0 9 minutes after kickoff. A late first-half goal in stoppage time from Christian Ramirez made it 1-1 by the break. Guillermo Barros Escaloto said, hey, at halftime, I want to manage the ball better, get it higher in the box, and get more penalty area chances. Joe Corona, by the way, going out of this game had a massive effect, losing a lot of the steel in the center of the park. That allowed Fabio Alvarez to come in, but the Galaxy lost a lot of their hardness and a lot of their steel and resolve, allowing Houston's midfield to get back into this game. Now, it started very well in the second half. Christian Pavone made it 2-1 on the 54th after being played in by Uriel Antuna and Fabio Alvarez. However, the reply once again saw Houston make it 2-2 thanks to Albert Elise, who was magnificent today, taking a nice feed from Kiki Struna. And then in the late stages, the substitutes were made. It was Christian Ramirez popping up again 7 minutes from time on some enterprising play from Albert Elise to make it 3-2. And then the Galaxy poured forward in search of that equalizer, but in the end undone on a 95th minute stoppage time strike from Memo Rodriguez, who grabbed his 7th of the campaign. And once again, it was Elise on the providing end as Houston walk all over this Galaxy defense. The final score, the Houston Dynamo 4, the LA Galaxy 2 on an inauspicious night for the Galaxy, who now will claim the 5th seed in the Western Conference, setting up a fourth versus fifth clash in the first round away to Minnesota United, who were 1-0 losers away to Seattle today. The Galaxy's fourth spot usurped by Real Salt Lake with their dramatic 1-goal win away to Vancouver earlier today. So that's what it means. LAFC in the first position. They have the first round bye. The Seattle Sounders, with that victory, lay claim to the second spot, and they will face, of course, FC Dallas at home in the first round, who snuck into that final spot with a thrashing of Sporting Kansas City, 6-0. And how about those Portland Timbers? They get a big win today over San Jose, 3-1. That means they move into the 6th position, and they will pay a visit to Real Salt Lake in the other first-round MLS Cup, a Western Conference playoff match. And Minnesota United will take on the LA Galaxy. Remember, the playoffs kicking off on October 19th. Go to lagalaxy.com if you want to find out the specific time and kickoff date, or specific date and time for kickoff of the playoffs. Let's take a look at the Eastern Conference and the way things unfolded. NYCFC, they got a big win at Philadelphia. They'd already locked up that top spot. 64 points, 6 points clear of Atlanta United, who dealt Bruce Arena and company a 3-1 loss. It was Atlanta 3-1 over the New England Revolution. DC goalless against SC Cincinnati. So DC claimed the 5th position, and they will pay a visit to Toronto FC in the first round of the playoffs, as Toronto FC got a 1-0 win over the Columbus Crew today. Elsewhere will be the Philadelphia Union, who lost out to NYCFC in the 3rd position. They will play host to the New York Red Bulls in the first round, and Atlanta United will entertain the New England Revolution. The only other scores that didn't have any bearing on the playoffs, Orlando losing 2-5 at home, ending a season of misery in Florida. Chicago putting 5 past the Florida side, so things not exactly ending the way they wanted. But the big winners today, Minnesota United, well, they maintained their hold in the upper parts of that Western Conference standings, and they will play host to the LA Galaxy. But Seattle, the big movers and shakers this afternoon, along with Real Salt Lake, as they both finish in the top 4 in the West, and they will play host in the first round of the Western Conference playoffs. Time now for our Man of the Match, brought to you by Herbalife Nutrition. Herbalife Nutrition for a better life. Hands down, without a doubt, Albert Elise was magnificent. He ripped through this entire defense, played a role in 2, scored 1, terrorizing David Romney and the entire LA Galaxy back line from those wide rolls. And once again, Elise, who scored in the last meeting between these two, really proved to be undoing as the Galaxy caught wanting time and time again, showing those aggressive attacking tactics, but ultimately undone. In the final 2 games of the season, the Galaxy allowing the space of 7 goals, so it doesn't bode well as they get set for the playoffs. All right, more coming up on the LA Galaxy postgame show here on Galaxy Radio. We'll have our moment of the match and my final thoughts as it ends Houston 4, the Galaxy 2.
Dignity Health is the official health care partner of the LA Galaxy at Dignity Health Sports Park. Our doctors and nurses look for the healing effects of human kindness every day at our Southern California hospitals. St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine, and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy babies at dignityhealthcare.org/SoCal.
Of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
Every time you close your laptop, a Corona gets its lime. And every time your to-do list is to do one less thing, a Corona gets its lime. Every time you press pause. Every time you unwind or lose track of time, a Corona gets its lime. And every time your feet are up while the sun goes down, a Corona gets its lime. So drop a lime in and find your beach. Please drink responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Want more for less? Spectrum Mobile delivers. Grab your wireless bill to compare and see how you can save up to 40% a month with our unlimited data plan for $45 a line, or our buy the gig plan for $14 a gig, all with free nationwide talk and text. Call 855-535-7732. Get Spectrum Mobile today. Call 855-535-7732. Savings based on comparison of single-line unlimited plans amongst major national carriers as of 10/21/18. Visit Spectrum.com for offer restrictions and details.
Toyota's 2019 clearance countdown is on, which means now's the time for incredible factory cash back on our most popular models. Get $3,500 back on the Avalon and the 86, $3,000 on Tundra and Avalon Hybrid Electric, $2,000 on Camry and Prius, $1,500 on a Camry Hybrid Electric or Toyota CHR. But hurry, Toyota's clearance countdown ends soon. Excludes TRD Pro. Must take delivery from 2019 new car dealer stock by midnight September 30th.
A car's value is more than its price tag. That's why every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care no-cost maintenance. Toyota Care covers factory scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. Plus 24-hour roadside assistance and lockout protection. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska. See dealer for details and exclusions. And drive with peace of mind. We make it easy on you. Toyota, let's go places.
But ultimately, the old defensive devil rearing his ugly head as the Galaxy have now been hit for 7 goals in their last 2 games. And flat out, it just isn't good enough. They have got to tighten things up if they want to make any headway in these upcoming MLS playoffs, which kick off in a matter of a couple of weeks. Time now for the moment of the match, which is brought to you by Alcatel, the official smartphone of the LA Galaxy. Alcatel is available at Cricket Wireless, and I'm going to have to say the moment of the match came at the end of halftime when Christian Ramirez managed to strike somewhat against the run of play and level terms that really gave the Houston Dynamo plenty of confidence heading into the second half. That, along with the substitution of Joe Corona going off through injury on the 18th minute or so, as Fabio Alvarez had to come on, and that really saw a lot of steel missing in the center of the park. The Galaxy kind of had a defensive disadvantage and were overrun at times as the more attack-minded Fabio Alvarez came in to link the midfield to the attack. And in the end, it was those wide areas that really were the defining factor in this game. Albert Ellis, the Honduran, just ran riot all over the Galaxy defense, whether it popped up on the left or popped up on the right. He was able to get in behind whenever he wanted. He played a massive role today, scoring once and setting up 2 others. So indeed, the moment of the match brought to you by Alcatel, the official smartphone of the LA Galaxy, and this one was pivotal but ultimately decided in the first half with that goal from Ramirez and that substitute as Alvarez came on for Joe Corona. So the Galaxy hanging their heads, Remember, they finished in the 5th position in the Western Conference. No home games, at least in the first round of the MLS Cup. It's going to be a long road for the Galaxy in the playoffs. If they want to make it all the way to MLS Cup, they're going to have to face a tough opponent in Minnesota. As Minnesota United FC 1-0 losers in Seattle, finish in the 4th position, falling from the 2nd spot. But this is a team that has won 10 games, Minnesota, on their home ground, and have lost just once at their beautiful Allianz Arena in Minnesota in the St. Paul area. So it's going to be a tall order for the Galaxy, and I'm sure first on the agenda is improving that defense. What kind of tweaks, what kind of tinkering will Guillermo Barros Esqueloto do in hopes of rectifying what is a dismal situation at the absolutely worst time of the year? All right, well, that's going to do it for us. Once again, it has been a pleasure today, as it has been all season, bringing you the LA Galaxy right here on Galaxy Radio. On behalf of our entire great crew, this is Christian Miles signing off from Galaxy Radio, where the Galaxy lose it on the final day of the regular season. It's Houston 4, the Galaxy 2. So long, everybody.
Dignity Health is the official health care partner of the LA Galaxy at Dignity Health Sports Park. Our doctors and nurses look for the healing effects of human kindness every day at our Southern California hospitals. St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine, and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy babies at dignityhealthcare.org/SoCal.
Of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
Every time you close your laptop, a Corona gets its lime. And every time your to-do list is to do one less thing, a Corona gets its lime. Every time you press pause. Every time you unwind or lose track of time, a Corona gets its lime. And every time your feet are up while the sun goes down, a Corona gets its lime. So drop a lime in and find your beach. Please drink responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal: your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed, and that includes their fierce, diehard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LA Galaxy.
Alcatel, the official smartphone partner of LA Galaxy, presents Onyx, a smartphone with the latest tech features at a great price. Enjoy sharp photos with dual rear cameras, enhanced security features with fingerprint and facial recognition, up to 32 gigabytes of storage, and a battery built to last. This beautifully designed smartphone with suede texture finish and expansive 5.5-inch full-view display will handle all of your entertainment needs. Available at Cricket Wireless and AlcatelOnyx.com.
Want more for less? Spectrum Mobile delivers. Grab your wireless bill to compare and see how you can save up to 40% a month with our unlimited data plan for $45 a line, or our buy the gig plan for $14 a gig, all with free nationwide talk and text. Call 855-535-7732. Get Spectrum Mobile today. Call 855-535-7732. Savings based on comparison of single-line unlimited plans amongst major national carriers as of 10/21/18. Visit Spectrum.com for offer restrictions and details.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places. And SNHU. See yourself succeed at snhu.edu.